Hi and welcome back to episode 5 of the podcast. I'm your host Tom and I'm joined with my co-hosts Jonathan and Owen.
Yeah.
Owen, by the way, won't be here next week. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's off the cast.
I've been finally permanently fired from the podcast.
Permanently fired for a week.
It was 5 weeks in the making, but finally.
Yeah, Owen's dying. We didn't tell anyone last episode because it was a bit sad, but he's dying.
That's got dark.
Yeah.
Jeez. He's dying, but it's
What?
fine.
Yeah.
Why's this happening?
I took you to the doctors when you were asleep.
Oh no.
And they were
It's
like,
dying, but it's fine. He'll get better.
How were you
Yeah.
able to get me to the doctors?
Magic. Right. So it'd just be me and Jonathan next week. We can carry a podcast.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what we're gonna. Oh, we might talk about Star Wars because we can't talk about when no one's here.
No.
So we might talk about Star Wars.
And then you can listen to it and get really mad.
Yeah,
that you can't interject.
Yeah,
So I'm not gonna listen to it. It's gonna piss me off so much.
it's fine. Do you guys listen to? I know you listen to them. The episodes that we do.
Oh, I didn't listen to last week's.
No, I only listened to half of last week's.
You edited it.
I know. Well, no, I edited a specific part out. I didn't bother listening to the whole thing. I know Katie came when I was listening to it, so I ended up.
Shout out to Katie.
Do you listen to it? The episodes. It's fine if you don't. You don't have to.
I don't know.
It's fine. Okay.
I mean, he's here for them. So.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I find when I'm doing them, I literally don't remember anything I said about a minute ago. And then I listen to it and I'm like, when the fuck were we talking about that? Like I have no memory of it. Like the big topics I remember. But yeah, I don't remember kind of the little jokes that everyone makes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
shall we get into the first segment of the?
We can talk about news.
Yeah.
We don't have much news. I think mainly because I was being a bit lazy this week, but also I didn't. It's like when I look for news, I look for news that I think everyone here will find interesting. And obviously, I've delivered news previously, and everyone's just been like, I don't care.
I've got.
No, I'm fine. If
Do you not remember that Horizon Zero Dawn piece of news? Everyone was just like,
I'm
okay.
fine if you say stuff that I don't care about. It's just I just want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
don't-
Great.
It's just don't expect me to be like.
I have a piece of
Give a
news.
shit.
Okay. You have a piece of news.
But you might already have it, so I'll wait
Okay.
until.
I was thinking we could do a kind of a newish segment that I don't think we can do every week, but we
That's
can.
fine.
But
I
we
like
can.
this.
Okay. It's called Review Roundup.
Okay.
Okay, and we kind of
Wait.
yeah.
That was a competent name for a segment.
I know. Thank you.
I'm disappointed
Thank
in
you.
you.
So basically, we look at the newest game that's come out, and we kind of look at reviews for it. We don't read out reviews, but we kind of talk about what we've heard, what we've seen in reviews, and also how that game maybe is doing. And of course, recently, Pokemon came out, and Pokemon had huge controversy around it. Everyone remember
Yeah.
Dexit?
Yeah.
that we talked
Everyone
about last week.
expected it to come out and get
The
just be
only
slated by
Yeah.
reviewers.
topic we're allowed to talk about on this podcast.
Yeah. So it's number 1. Pokemon Sword is number 1.
Yeah.
Pokemon Shield is number 3,
Ooh.
and Star Wars: The Fallen Jedi Order. What's that one
The
again?
Fallen Jedi Order.
Yeah, whatever that game's
I
called.
mean-
That's number 2.
What?
And by the way,
what do you think of the new Star Wars game? What
The
do you
new
think
Star
of
Wars
it?
game is a near perfect Star Wars game.
have you been playing it?
So but I have not been playing it,
Okay.
but I have been watching people play it, and
Yeah, I've heard good
it's,
things about it.
Quick review from Owen,
Who hasn't played it?
who hasn't played
Yeah,
it, but
sure.
did a lot of the research. Anyone who likes Dark Souls games will be very pleased.
I
Yeah.
saw someone call it Dark Souls-esque, which
I think it's
Yes.
because it's Metroidvania.
yeah, I
it's
think
like a
it's
Metroidvania.
No. So in terms of game mechanics, it's quite similar to how you would play a Dark Souls game.
Yeah.
I
It
always
has things like
kind of
lock-on.
get a bit nervous when people call things like compare things to Dark Souls, because what people often do is just in any game with
That has a
combat
dodge
that's
roll.
a hit, yeah, with like that sort of combat. Basically, if it's a hitbox game, people compare it to Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And if it's animation-based combat, then they'll compare it to the Arkham
Sure,
series, and
yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
Well,
like the two.
From what I've
Because
seen,
because they are like the two iconic ones.
yeah. From what
the
I've
people
seen,
considered it
this actually
perfectly.
does look like Dark Souls
yeah, you play you
in terms of gameplay.
you play the game quite like you would play Dark Souls.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
Dark Souls, like you had force powers.
Yeah.
But story is not too bad at all.
Good.
Fair
no
enough.
microtransactions, which is shocking considering it's published by EA.
It's just a single player
It's
experience as
just
well.
a single
There's
player
no multiplayer or
experience.
anything.
Plays
Yeah.
well.
How long is it?
Uh,
It's like 8 hours, I think, isn't it?
That's quite a short campaign.
It's a year though. Their Battlefront 2 one was like 2 hours long.
Yeah. I don't
I,
know.
I think it's 8
Well,
hours.
well,
is that-
I'm poor enough now that I care about how long I can
Oh
play
yeah,
the game
same.
for.
Yeah.
well, Jonathan, don't worry. With it being Souls-esque, you might never complete it.
Especially
That's
though,
true. That's true. I'll spend half an hour fighting one enemy and be.
I care about length and stuff because like you can buy Final Fantasy 15, which is like a 50-hour game, for like £6 from CEX.
Yeah.
So it's like you can get cheap, really long games. Why am I going to spend like that Terminator Resistance that came out recently? £50.
It looks like absolute trash.
Yeah.
No offense to
No,
any
it doesn't
I'm
look like
still-
any people who worked on the game, but God,
I'm still playing through The Witcher 3.
Yeah,
That is a long.
a lot of
game.
people are, especially the one on the Switch. People are still going
Witcher
through
3
it.
is great because you can just sort of dip out for a bit.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have to? I mean, to be fair, if you dip out for too long, you will just forget everything because there's a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
is a mechanic-heavy game.
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Back to review roundup.
That's a-
I guess
that's a-
I guess Star Wars is considered in that as well. It's been getting pretty positive reviews, which is very surprising.
It's a good month for video games.
It is a pretty good one if you care about Star Wars or Pokemon, which I don't care about either. But you know,
Pokemon Fallen Order.
yeah, Pokemon Fallen Order. That's it. Yeah.
I would actually buy that game. If that's
Apparently, graphically, not
It
very
looks
good.
fine.
Well,
To me.
in the
Oh, wait,
in the wild area.
Sorry, I thought we were talking about Star Wars.
No, yeah, no. Star Wars looks really good.
My
Yeah.
brain phased out and then I was like, wait, Star Wars looks good. Yeah, no.
Pokemon doesn't look that good.
Pokemon graphics are just Pokemon graphics.
I think the main consensus that I've gotten is it's good. New Pokemon are good, but it's not the innovation that people wanted, or it doesn't do
I
enough.
think it's I mean, for Pokemon, it's innovative. Like relative to the standard.
That's kind of what people are saying. They're like, it's
I
doing
think-
something, but it's
Yeah.
not enough.
Yeah, no, it's not enough, and I hope next time
Yeah.
they go. All
They have cutscenes now.
Wait.
Really?
Yeah, they have
Like
actual cutscenes.
Are
Yeah.
you
I
telling
mean,
me a
I-
Pokemon game has a
Not
story?
they won't
just
be-
two characters with text boxes like normal. Like actual cinematic
speech?
cutscenes. There's no voice
I was
acting.
about to say that'll be like.
Yeah, which is I've always found weird, a cutscene with zero voice acting. It's
I
just
mean,
text.
I assume they're
Well,
not.
shout
I
out-
assume they're not pre-rendered because you
Quick,
customize your character, so they can't be.
Quick.
I don't know,
shout
I've only
out
seen
to,
one and it's in
quick
the
shout out
beginning.
to Game Freak. If they need any voice acting, I am available.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah.
Right, here's my voice acting for
Go on, be
who
Pikachu.
should I voice act in the
Pikachu.
next Pokemon
You're,
game?
you are the next Pikachu.
Misty.
Misty. All right, you ready? Hi, I'm Misty.
Okay, give us your best Brock.
All right, Brock.
Nice. You really fell into the character there. You
Wait,
really
no,
hammered
wait.
it
Here we go. You ready for my Brock? All right, I'm Brock. My eyes are always closed. There
Yeah.
you go.
I knew
That's
you were
my Brock.
going to do that, and I was like, I don't know how he's going to do that for the
For
podcast.
all our audio listeners,
I said my eyes are always closed. They get
Yeah,
the
it's
idea.
okay. He described himself.
Anyone else I should do?
Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash. And
Hey!
I love Pokemon. Gotta catch them all.
I'm still
He
10
sounded a
years
bit
old after
Australian.
20 years.
He sounded a tad
Yeah,
Australian.
Ash is Australian. Do you not know?
Yeah, I mean, I forgot.
Yeah. Anyone else? Or is that enough? Are we done?
Pikachu.
All right.
That was me.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was.
I like that.
It wasn't too bad.
All right, we'll go with that. You're
Yeah.
you're the new voice actor for everyone in the game.
Can I be Pikachu? But instead of them rendering Pikachu and just putting me as the voice, they render me dressed as Pikachu.
Yes. Yeah.
Or just.
It's like
film
FMV
it,
or whatever.
Film me and then just put it in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
no.
Like on the green
no.
screen.
You're not Pikachu. You're the shiny Pikachu.
Who nobody
Ultra
ever
rare.
finds, so we never have to hear your voice.
The shiny Pikachu though is just me, not even in a costume.
Yeah, it's just you.
It's just me stood like.
Oh.
I dropped my fake rolls.
Speaking of adding Pokemon into the game, modders have added old Pokemon that weren't in the game into the game,
Yay.
and apparently it was super easy to do. So there you go.
I'm not surprised. But I still like the fact that the whole Pokedex isn't in it.
Because at
We
first I
talked
was
about this
like,
last week,
at
so
first I
we'll
was
get
like,
into it.
that sucks. Why aren't they all in it?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, because I've seen gameplay of them like running around the wild area, and I'm like, I've seen maybe one new Pokemon. All I've seen is old Pokemon.
Yeah. Right. My favourite thing about watching clips from Sword and Shield is people walking around the wild area and just Pokemon just seeing them and just fucking charging
Yeah,
at them.
yeah.
That is the funniest thing to me.
You know what really annoys
just
me?
a Pokemon
about
just seeing you and just going, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
And you know what really annoys me about that though? Lots of reviews I've seen are like, it's really cool that you can like fight against high level Pokemon in this area so that they'll beat you, but then you can come back later and battle them. You know what other game did that?
All of them.
Every RPG ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of RPGs, but also specifically with like being able to see the like high level enemy in an area
gonna
full
say
of
Xenoblade?
Xenoblade 2.
Yeah.
Tom,
And nobody fucking mentioned it, alright? So
Yeah.
I'm really
Do you, I
pissed.
assume you don't
I
level
swear
until
the
you
only
get into
game-
the battle.
No, you do.
Oh, do you?
It
Okay,
says
that's
it
better
above their
Tom,
head.
I
That's
swear
better,
the
'cause
only-
then-
Oh wait, in Pokemon or Xenoblade?
No, Pokemon.
Oh no, you don't. You see it
Oh.
only when you get in
Tom,
the
I,
battle.
Because
I
that
swear,
seems a
the
bit-
only game you've ever played,
Mhm.
at least it sounds like from this podcast, is Xenoblade 2.
It is,
The
yeah.
problem with that is that you don't know you're fucked until you're fucked. Like,
Well,
there's
you
no way
can
of
you can
avoiding
kind of tell because it'll be like their evolution, for example.
Yeah,
So like
okay.
Well,
if
if you just look, they're pumping iron. Scary
Yeah.
as hell.
yeah, just
like,
fucking
"Come at us,
bench
bruh."
pressing. Speaking of bench
You've
pressing,
got like a.
That would actually be kind of cool if they.
No,
if,
you've got
I mean,
a Machamp holding a Pikachu by the neck.
yeah,
Imagine if they actually like gave like the same Pokemon like variation like
Different
like,
animations.
like Machokes that like just you have different sizes varying on.
Well, that's something
on
people have
them.
complained about, that they've gotten rid of the like size difference that was in Let's Go. But what I actually think what they could do is have like different animations depending on like the strength of the Pokemon. So you could have like a Machoke, but he like runs his finger across his throat like, you come near me,
No,
mate, and I'm gonna
no, no,
they
fuck
have
you up.
personality traits.
Better yet,
Yeah.
doesn't move, doesn't charge at you, but every time you see one, the higher level it is, the different legendary the Machamp is like got under its foot.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
got Zapdos
If
underneath
they
it.
put if they put that level of detail
You know, like
into
any
the
other
Pokemon
company would do.
animations, and then I don't think anyone would care that they didn't have the whole Pokedex. If
Yeah.
they had like.
Well, this is it.
If they put variation into the Pokemon rather than just each and single one.
It kind of feels like a very low effort game.
Yeah.
To me, I know a lot of people are enjoying it.
Welcome to the modern age of
I
games.
am.
Yeah.
I am more excited to buy it than I was before. It was
Good.
released.
I'm also
probably
of that
agree.
opinion. I'm still not going to buy it.
I think
I don't
it's
know
just,
whether I'm gonna just ask for it for Christmas.
I'm
Sit
asking
with
for
my mum.
Ring Fit Adventure for Christmas because apparently it's fucking good.
Is the one with the.
Yeah, and personal
mum's got
trainers. Yeah, personal trainers have said it's like a really good way of like working out. It's like really, really effective. And also the main villain, who's a like dragon on steroids. The first time you meet him, he's just doing push-ups, which is just
How
great,
does the dragon do push-ups?
like a
with
human
his
would do.
arms like anyone.
It's not. It's like it stands on two legs.
Dragons can have arms, you know.
Yeah, I'm just trying
It
to.
stands
Well,
like
I
a
mean,
human.
it depends because the people model dragons differently.
It stands like a
Like,
human.
you seen that whole thing about Skyrim where people complaining that they're like, that's not a dragon, that's a wyvern.
No.
Yeah.
And then you go, shut the fuck up.
You know when they did their like.
It is a fantasy world.
You know they're
I'm
moss
sorry
dragons.
for attempting to recreate accurately mythical beasts from legend.
Yeah, but it's
It's a
set in its
fictional
own world.
It's not
They can
set
do
in
whatever
our
it want.
world,
Yeah.
so the definitions can be whatever they could call it a fucking chicken, and then in that world it would be a chicken.
I wish they had. Right, should we get into news? First of all, what did you guys think of review roundup?
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
We should.
Okay.
We
I
should
like
do
it
this
because it's a nice way of us discussing the things that have come out recently.
Yeah.
That we don't
That we
can't
haven't
afford.
played.
Yeah,
That we
yeah.
can't afford.
Which is a lot of things. Because
Yeah.
The end of these segments and getting more and more just us going, oh shit, what have I done this week?
Welcome to
The news.
the news.
The news.
I like that. That was good.
Oh, are you undoing it?
yeah. Now you'll do music.
Yeah.
I can't wait to listen.
We need a kind of. I feel like we need like a longer version there. Maybe I'll just loop that.
The news.
Okay, good.
No.
Okay, yeah, no, that was fine.
Was that bad?
Yeah,
Did I
that was
say
good.
stop?
Yes,
What?
I did.
Did I
and
say
I'm the
stop?
host, and I said
didn't hear
stop.
you.
You're getting kicked off the cast. You
Oh,
have no
no!
clout here. First piece of news. We have had a bit of Batman news. A bit of
Oh.
the Batman. Would you like to know who is playing Alfred?
Me.
I don't. Oh no, I do.
Wait,
Do
he
you not
knows.
know?
It's me.
Yeah, it is you, but who else? Who's your stun double?
Who is?
Have a guess. Who would you think? You get one guess. Who would you think would be
I
a
get one
good?
guess. Oh god.
Who would make a good
Fun
Alfred?
fact: this is not the person that.
Yeah,
you're
you're
going to
definitely
say.
not going to think of this person.
Danny DeVito.
No.
God, I wish.
Andy Serkis is playing Alfred,
Oh wait, no, I have heard this,
Yeah.
and it's really good.
which is a
casting,
fucking
yeah.
awesome
Yeah, no,
casting.
it's so
Yeah.
much.
It makes
better
no
than-
sense.
It's not someone I'd ever think of, but
No.
when you say it, I go.
Is he gonna do a British accent?
You got to.
He did in
Alfred's
Marvel.
British.
Did he?
Yeah.
What, when he
Wasn't-
played Claw or
Yeah,
whatever?
he was British in that
I
one.
thought he's South
No,
African, isn't he?
Claude's South African.
Yeah.
You're right. He was
South
South African. You're right. He was South African.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm talking out my arse.
Are you being racist?
As usual.
Are all South Africans British?
God.
Is that what you're saying?
Did we ever South Africa?
Did we ever go to South Africa?
Did Britain ever colonise South Africa?
Is he a moron?
Yeah, he's a moron.
Yeah, you're a moron. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, I said that, and then I went.
there's-
I know.
There's a
yeah.
rumored casting.
Edit
for
that out,
Batman.
please.
There's
'cause
a
I
rumored.
didn't think before I just asked the question.
No.
Definitely not editing it out. There's a
Right.
rumored bit of casting for Batman as well, for Oswald Cobblepot. Do
Danny
you know who it is?
DeVito.
I wish. No,
Yeah,
it's Colin Farrell.
Yeah, this one.
Oh wait, no.
This
I
one
have-
I-
does seem a bit weird.
I don't get this one either. Now it could be because in the Telltale Batman game, Oswald Cobblepot is like this tall, lanky dude, and I think that they might be going for a similar sort of thing. Colin Farrell is a very good actor
I mean,
when
I
he
don't
wants
think
to
they're
be.
gonna
Yeah, no,
make.
you
I
can
don't
do
think there's any reason for them to make Colin.
As
Farrell
long
fat
as they dress him up in a tuxedo that looks like a penguin suit,
Well, they probably will, but
I mean,
like
they have to surely.
typically in the comics, he's a small, fat dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why Danny DeVito was the perfect casting.
To be
Although
honest,
obviously
Danny
they gave him a fat
DeVito
suit.
is the perfect casting for any character. How
That's true.
dare you?
Would you like? Should we move on, or have you got anything else to say about that?
I want to start a petition for Danny DeVito to play every character in the new Batman movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's
I
playing Batman.
want to
He's
start a
playing
petition
Batman,
to
Alfred,
get Danny
Joker.
DeVito to play every character in every adaptation of anything ever.
I want Danny
Yeah.
DeVito to play me.
Yeah. Okay.
He could do a good job.
Oh, in the movie, starring Danny DeVito.
DeVito.
Except he's like 80 now or
Can we
whatever.
get Danny DeVito to be on next week's podcast?
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I rang him up last night.
Yeah, he's my
Yeah.
son double.
Yeah, because you know I've got all those famous family connections.
Yeah.
Like,
Danny DeVito is one of them. He's my brother. So. Right.
I'm not working out this family.
There's some good Microsoft news actually.
Well, hey.
Would you like to hear some good Microsoft? Well, it's kind of good Microsoft news. Microsoft Game Pass, whatever, has added 50 new games,
That's true.
including Rage 2, which I feel like is that's pretty new. So fair enough.
Very new.
Witcher 3,
Nice.
yeah. Final Fantasy 7 to 15, which is
All of them.
But
Yes.
yeah, big deal. Apart from 11, because that's a MMO one.
Was that 11? I thought it was no.
I thought it was.
No,
14?
12.
14.
No, there's two. There's two MMOs.
Are there?
I think it's 12, or is it 11? No, it's 11 because there was 10, and then 10 part 2,
I thought it was 14. That wasn't.
and then 11 was the
I thought it
MMO.
was 14.
No, 14 is an MMO as well.
Okay.
There was 2. So there was 10 part 2, 11 was the MMO, 12, 13.
All I
and then
know,
14 was
all
another MMO.
the Final Fantasies that I actually know are 7, and then I know there was one. There was like Final Fantasy 13, and then there was like a second Final Fantasy 13, and something like
Yeah.
Lightning Returns, which is a character
There was
in a thing.
three. There was 3 parts to the
And
Final
then-
Fantasy 13.
yeah.
Yeah. Because the thing
And
is
then
that.
there was the MMO, and then there was Final
Yeah.
Fantasy.
And
That's
the
all.
only Final Fantasy game ever to be released on Xbox, apart from 15, was 13. It was their big push to get like JRPGs. It didn't work, but it was their big push to get JRPGs on the Xbox, and everyone fucking hated 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13 was a weird one. It was.
It kind of got rid of that like open world feel as well and the world just wasn't as interesting. For people,
13
so.
became this weird sort of corridor runner. But
Yeah.
it wasn't like an action RPG. It was very much still turn based.
I
Yeah, it
never
was-
really liked JRPGs.
Well, you're wrong. All right, get
I
off the
mean,
cast, Jonathan. You're
Not
fired.
with a lot
This
of,
is
like,
the
different
JRPG
things.
cast. All right, everyone knows that.
Well, the thing is, like, JRPGs are good, but they're fundamentally, in terms of storytelling, very different from. Like,
You're fired. Off the cast.
no, they are.
They have the best
are.
storytelling
no,
ever.
No, I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm saying like the fundamental difference between Western.
Yeah, yeah, no,
like
yeah.
a Japanese one.
They're
It's
very
like
different.
Western, your character is your character. You
Mm.
usually play a creative character or
Yeah.
like something vague enough for you to fill the role, you know. But with like JRPGs, you're playing a certain character.
But that's why JRPGs are better because they have stronger stories. Because when you make your own character, usually the story's just you're great. Like
okay,
Skyrim.
I'll give you that JRPGs have a stronger story, but I think where Western RPGs tend to have a more immersive world.
Mm. You haven't played Xenoblade 2. Right,
Yeah, but you're the only one who's played Xenoblade 2.
actually it did really, really well on the Switch. So.
Hey.
Yeah, so
is
they're
good
adding
to hear.
7 to 15 bar 11 because people don't care about that. And apparently 14 is also on its way. They're figuring out how to put it on the Xbox.
Oh,
There's
damn.
also Darksiders 3 and Halo Reach is being added to the Master Chief Collection.
On PC as well.
Now here's my thing, right? If the Xbox gets Final Fantasy, can we have Halo on the
No,
PlayStation?
piss off.
No.
I feel like it's a fair trade-off,
No,
right?
it's not.
You're getting the
Can you
PlayStation's
imagine?
biggest franchise.
Can you imagine like what
Okay.
what Xbox would have? Like Xbox ever letting Halo be on PlayStation?
Then they have nothing.
It's just shooting themselves in, not
It
even in
will-
the foot,
it will
just
never
right through the
happen.
skull.
It will never happen. Do you want to know why?
It's the only thing
Because
they've got left.
PlayStation doesn't have partial ownership of Final Fantasy. They just publish it.
Yeah, I know.
Microsoft have
Yeah.
ownership
Yeah,
of
I
Halo.
know. No, I'm only messing with you. Obviously, it wasn't going to happen. I just mean like they're getting basically
You can
PlayStation's
have
biggest
it over
franchise.
my dead body.
What do you think,
dear.
PlayStation, if they decided to do a deal?
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Where
PlayStation's biggest
PlayStation
franchise?
gets-
Have you ever heard of Parappa the Rapper?
Yeah, I have.
Right. If Xbox and PlayStation ever did a deal where Xbox gave PlayStation Halo in return for something, what do you think they'd want in return? How much do you think they'd demand in return?
Wait, so if Microsoft gave PlayStation Halo,
Yeah,
what
they
would
want
Microsoft
back?
want?
I don't mean money. I mean
Yeah, yeah. What-
IP
what-
or
What would they trade? Yeah.
Uncharted? No.
No.
that's done now though.
Yeah, Uncharted's finished.
It has to be a PlayStation original, so it has to be some like Horizon Zero Dawn,
You don't.
Uncharted.
You could
Last of
not
Us.
say you could also not say IP and say studio. So say
Ooh,
trade
studio.
share like
Maybe
shares.
maybe the people who did God of War. Who's that?
Maybe.
Or Guerrilla Games maybe, who did Horizon Zero Dawn.
Then
Insomniac?
not in return for Halo. Guerrilla
No,
Games,
but no,
there's
but
way.
that's it. There isn't a company that's as big as Halo.
This is the thing that I'm. This is the thing that I'm.
Yeah,
thinking,
maybe
'cause
Naughty Dog. Maybe
Yeah,
Naughty
no.
Dog.
I think you need a Naughty Dog and an Insomniac.
I don't think Insomniac are as big as Naughty
No,
Dog.
but
Yeah,
that's
but
why
that's
I'm
what I
saying
mean.
combined.
Like Naughty Dog.
Because here's the thing, Halo is probably the biggest. Actually, to be fair, is it even the biggest one? I mean, does Halo sell as much nowadays as The Last of Us?
No, I don't think. I wouldn't say so.
Because I think
Halo
I
5
think
didn't
the
do
problem
very
is
well.
more.
Halo 5 did
I think the
not.
problem
MasterChef.
is more with
MasterChef?
branding than it is with actual like value of the IP.
I don't think
'Cause
Halo is
ima-
worth as
'cause-
much
Because like
as it was.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. Because Microsoft Halo is like the Microsoft IP.
Yeah.
It's like their thing. They're like,
Mhm.
oh look, we've got a new console. Here, have a Halo, because you know that's our thing.
Mhm.
So I think that's why it's so valuable to them.
Well, that's
rather
it,
than
because
actually
It's not like
being good games.
it's not Bungie anymore, is it? Like if
It's
it was
3%.
like Bungie, because then they would have had like Halo and Destiny and all this other stuff. That would have been much bigger. I don't think Halo is worth as much as it was when Halo Reach and maybe 4 came out.
Can you imagine if Bungie bothered to start making good games again? And
I can't imagine it.
Gave up on.
I
what's it
am
called?
incapable of Destiny.
Destiny.
I'm
Thank you.
incapable of imagining that because their games are all shit. You know what?
How?
Here's
No, that-
here's my 2
Tom,
cents,
that's not
right?
fair.
Here's my
Halo-
2
okay,
cents.
that's
No, no,
good,
I'm
it's
joking.
fine.
The only good Halo game is Halo Reach. There we go.
That's
You know what annoys
objectively
me?
wrong.
Do you know what annoys me about Destiny?
What annoys
Is
you
I
about
really
Destiny?
like. It's one of my. I think it might actually be my favorite shooter to play.
It's pretty good.
Like it's really fun to just.
The shooting is very good.
But I hate it being an MMO.
It's just no
Yeah.
story.
Imagine if Destiny was a instead of being an MMO, it was an open world RPG
hmm
with gun combat, obviously.
Yeah.
RPG first person shooter. I could probably love that if they made it good.
Oh yeah, no,
But
yeah,
like
same.
the RPG mechanics in Destiny are terrible. The character like customization and progression
It's
is
just not good,
absolutely
it's not
awful.
good.
Here's the thing about Destiny. It was very much like you can clearly see the bits of during development that Bungie were very much in charge of, and you can see very clearly where Activision decided to
Yeah,
dip their toes in.
I remember seeing somewhere that they had like, because the very first trailer that came out for Destiny had all this story stuff in it that wasn't in the final product. And then a lot of the story was on these like grimoire cards or whatever that you could
Yeah.
access online. So it's like there was a shit ton of story there,
Yeah.
but it was just pulled from the game. And then they tried to salvage it with DLC. The only thing is though, it's like okay, fair enough. But
I mean,
then
you know,
Destiny
it's-
2
Yeah.
had the exact same problems. So
You
it's
know,
like you
it's-
didn't learn.
You know, it's fucked when someone has to say they tried to salvage it with DLC.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, but it's like it's not even like oh, okay, we learned our mistake from one, we'll do better, we'll have a more interesting story. They
Yeah.
fucked up with 2 as well because 2 stories
it's really
god
sad to me.
awful.
Because I really enjoyed playing Destiny 2 when it was just me doing the missions alone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I'd like it would get to, I'd do the like I'd level up or something and upgrade my character, and then like I played for about 5 hours on one character, and then I was like, wait, where am I going? Like my character is just
Yeah.
done now. Like I've genuinely leveled him up as much as possible. Now I'm just getting guns to increase the number next to the guns.
Yeah, I think the best thing about Destiny 2 was that because I played it with Nina because it was free. You could get it for free and then keep it. You didn't have to pay forever.
Yeah, no.
So,
I got it for free. I won't pay for it.
No. So I think that actually added
Yeah.
made it more enjoyable because it was like I didn't pay for this.
Yeah.
I'm getting this experience free. But one of the things that was really good for me and Nina was that like when you went into a mission, it was just the people in your party. Like it wasn't you and then a whole bunch of other people doing the same mission at the same time. So when you went into a mission area, it like then became a single player or a co-op game.
Yeah, so
Like Passive Exile.
Yeah.
Pardon?
It's instancing where
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I don't know what that means, but sure.
Like you have multiple instances of an area on a server
Yeah.
or something.
This
like
was
that.
my biggest problem when we played Elder Scrolls Online, because
Yeah.
apart from the dungeons that you do just your party, it was impossible to kind of everyone was doing missions at different times, and then there was all these other people doing the missions. Like
What do you
I would
remember-
run into a mission and all their like mobs would be dead, and I'd just get the reward and walk
Do you
off.
remember when we played ESO together and we sort of realised that we all just started running off and doing all
Yeah,
things and basically
That's what I
never saw
mean.
each
Yeah,
other?
yeah.
Because it was just sort of like
That's why we stopped.
yeah, because there was no point in
Yes.
actually playing.
Why all of us?
No,
stopped
you
playing?
Yeah, but
you kept playing
you
on your
carried
own.
on because it didn't change anything. The fact that you were playing on your
Yeah.
own, and then at some point you're just like going, "Why is this even an MMO?"
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
But then
It's
again,
like,
if you took the MMO away from it, it's just a poor game. I think
it's just a what, sorry?
it's just a poor.
I think it would have been a really,
I
really
would
good
say it's a
single player
poor game.
game. I like honestly, if that was a single player game, I would have fucking loved it. It would have been one of my favorite games.
If you take away the MMO bits, you realise how light it is on a lot of things. They'd have to replace the MMO bits with more detailed gameplay. I think.
I no, honestly, gameplay for me was fine. I think the only thing that's a bit light is the story because it's MMO style missions. It's like oh, go here and collect this.
Like,
But
talk
I
to
don't mind that.
NPC 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Click
thought-
next 7 times.
I thought the
to get
world
all
was
the
really
dialogue.
good. The
Yeah.
gameplay was really fun. I like the graphics of it, and it's like make it single player, but then have like those co-op dungeons, or be able to like invite friends to join in the world.
You know what I just realised? In a few years, when people can make game worlds of truly unimaginable size, do you
We'll be
think?
dead?
Do you think? it won't be that long.
We'll all be living in those worlds.
I mean,
Yeah, my point.
do you think Bethesda will remake Arena, the first
Yes,
one,
yes.
but then
Oh,
make
I
it
love that.
just literally the entire world of Tamriel?
That's kind of what they've done with Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, but
Oh, wait, no,
it's
it'd be
not
terrible.
that big.
Oh no, but the game would crash.
Oh yeah, no. I say that acknowledging the fact it's Bethesda and it would be mad.
No, no,
Imagine
no.
how buggy it would be.
Sorry, can we just say it would be modern Bethesda? I want to make a distinction
Yeah.
between old Bethesda and
Here's the
new
thing,
Bethesda.
though.
It's
Do we want that? Because the people who made Elder
Oh.
Scrolls Online knew what they were doing with a large world. Bethesda, it would be fucking
No,
empty.
I'm just thinking of how awesome it would be if it was.
It would be really
In my
cool.
head, Bethesda aren't Bethesda. And
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you made a world that big,
You'd have to
Then-
fill it with stuff.
yeah, you'd have to fill it with stuff, and it would be basically impossible unless you had.
There's this game that's
Unless you had
coming
the
out.
resources of Bethesda.
There's a game that's coming out called Pine, and it's already out on consoles and it's coming to Switch. And it's this indie game, and it only costs like 20 quid or whatever, right? And it's made by 6 dudes, okay? And this is what I like when people defend
Six Dudes,
Bethesda.
is that the sister company of Five Guys.
It is, yeah, it is.
Nice.
This is what I get angry when people defend Bethesda and they're like, oh no, they're doing their best, whatever. It's like
They're not doing their best.
six guys made this game, right? So it's an open world game, right? The world is just going on, like, regardless of what you do, it's alive. And there are a bunch of different factions, and they're like, you have relations between each faction, and the factions have relationships between each of them. So they'll just start fighting each other randomly in the world, even if you're not there, right? Which seems like a small thing, but that world is way more alive than Skyrim ever was.
I want to. If I could make an open world RPG, I would make it essentially the whole goal is not to save the world, but just basically to like progress through society and just become like I don't know.
So-
in fact, actually,
so
no. The
The
goal would just to be.
Sims.
The goal would just to be just do whatever you want.
I
And,
agree.
Like you can literally just become a merchant and then like
Like,
I 100% agree.
And
here's the
just
thing
live
I
in the
want-
world.
Here's the option I want in literally every game when it comes to the point of sort of like, oh, you're the saviour that will help us all. I just want the option to say, nah, mate.
Yeah, fuck
I'm
it.
gonna take this reward and I'm
Have
gonna spend
you-
it on blackjack and hookers.
Have you heard of Obsidian Entertainment?
Yes, I have.
Because yeah, one of the things that I like about Oblivion is that you're not the chosen one. You just are in the wrong place at the right place at the wrong time.
Oblivion,
Whatever. Yeah, in Oblivion. Yeah.
No,
you're,
you are the chosen one.
you're not the chosen one, or at least not at the beginning.
You're a chosen one.
He
but
kind of-
not the chosen.
Patrick Stewart dreamt of you or whatever, and like I don't know.
I.
At least at the beginning of the game, it's not made clear
my
that you're the chosen one.
fantasy is for Patrick Stewart to
Same.
dream about.
But at the end of the game, you don't even kill the villain.
yeah,
Somebody else does, and it's like
yeah,
what
Sean
I
Bean.
yeah, Sean Bean does it. What I would really
I
like,
played all the way through.
and it's a really good
Oh,
ending actually.
spoilers.
Sorry.
Spoilers
I don't
for,
care.
Spoilers for this
for a
game,
game
that
that's
came
over
out like
15
2006 or whatever.
It's still like 15 years old now.
But one of the things that I really want is, like you say, at the beginning they're like, "Oh, we need you to do this," and just to be like, "No,"
Nah, mate.
and then it happens anyway, regardless of whether or not you help out,
Yeah.
or maybe it's a bit slower because you're not helping or whatever,
And
you
also-
can just exist in this world
Also,
and do whatever the fuck
can,
you want.
Can we also, in every single
Imagine
game
if in
ever made, can we just have a moment where Patrick Stewart comes up to you and say, "Ah, you're the one from my dreams."
Yeah,
imagine if in Skyrim
yeah,
the Civil War happened,
Yes.
but it didn't like it just happened whatever you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like so, and if there was a random system on who would beat who at certain points in certain
Yeah.
wars and stuff, and you can influence it and help one side win.
Like Assassin's
but you
Creed.
Absolutely, yeah.
the new one, like Assassin's Creed. Yeah, absolutely.
That would, because that would instantly make the world feel so much more immersive.
Yeah.
Just because you feel like it's a world that exists without you.
I think a balance as well that people need to get is between like monotony and gameplay, because like stuff like basically I want to be like a regular soldier, right? And I want to like exist in this world and get fully immersed and do like boring ass tasks. I know it sounds
Yeah.
dumb,
No.
but that for me is super immersive. But at the same time, I don't want it to be like overly complicated. Like I want to do boring tasks, but I want to also play a game. Like I don't want to literally fucking
You
know,
You want to
I-
do boring tasks, but you want the actual gameplay of doing said tasks
be fun, yeah.
if I made an RPG world, I'd have one of the main things you can do. Basically, you have a town that you build up, and then you can sort of recruit people in different roles, and then you can basically send them out to like make purchases and
Have
basically
you
become
ever
merchants.
heard of a game called Kenshi?
No.
Oh yeah, that's a game that I'm really interested
And I
in.
want
yeah.
and I want the prices of things to rise and fall based on timing and how much is available.
Yeah.
Like in a town where that gets most of their money from I don't know, fishing.
Mm.
Maybe certain times of the year
If
the
you
fish
if you
stocks are
run into
low,
the
so
lake
fish are
and
more
take
expensive.
all the fish.
Yeah,
Basically,
literally.
what we want.
Or in one where logging is the main thing, if you could burn it down so the price of wood goes up,
Yeah.
and then you have all the wood.
Basically, what we want is a fantasy world that we can fully immerse ourselves in and like basically live in. That almost acts like
we
real
want-
life.
I should
We want
point
a
out
fantasy world that is
everything that we're
brutally
saying,
realistic.
I do like everything that we're saying will be incredibly difficult to implement.
Yeah, but I think it's possible nowadays.
It's absolutely possible nowadays.
Shall we-
Especially if you're Bethesda.
By the way,
Shall we start?
should we get back to the
Yeah.
news?
Oh, no, Obsidian, right, actually, one thing. Obsidian managed to make the immersive feeling world, but they did it with less resources, and they just made the scope of the thing smaller, and then that's fine.
Yeah.
That's how you like. If Bethesda did that, if they squashed the game, if they saw the resources that they had, and then just made the game more further, and instead of thinking, okay, we have this big open world to do, and then just stretch themselves to the edge of it to try and get it done.
I like there are indie companies like these guys that made Pine that are doing more than Bethesda have like ever done, and I'm just like you don't have an excuse to make a game like Fallout 76 when there are 6 guys making games like Pine. Like you just don't have an excuse.
No.
Like Stardew Valley, for example, one guy made that,
Good
and it's a fucking great game.
Shall we put a full stop on this and get
Yeah.
back to
Like news.
more news?
Here, to be fair, the news I have, a lot of it is just like, this thing is happening, move on. For example, Rare, the guys who made Sea of Thieves, have announced a
Rare.
new game
Yes.
called Everwild. No information about it other than a trailer. It looks kind of dope. Fucking...
You like Rare, don't you?
I love Rare.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing to this other than a trailer. It looks pretty. It's probably going to be an online game, which sucks ass because that world looks pretty cool. Who cares?
Can I just? I don't know if you have any news. Obsidian have announced a new game,
Yes.
which surprised me because
Yeah,
I just got
it's
one
that
that's come out.
survival...
Yeah, it's multi. It's basically you're a bunch of kids that are shrunk,
Yeah.
and then it's like survival. It's kind of. It looks sort of a mix between Minecraft and Rust.
It kind of looks...
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and then turned it into a video game.
It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids meets Ants. If you ever saw the... Or Ant Bully or whatever that movie
I
was
think
called.
the movie you're looking for is Bug's Life.
No, it's Ant Bully or whatever, when there's that kid who's like really small and he gets bullied by ants.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it looks
Like,
really strange.
That's just the movie. He
Yeah.
becomes
The thing is,
small, and
I
it's
saw
just
it
like
and I
2
was like,
hours
this
of
isn't
ants
what I
picking on this
expected
child.
Obsidian to
It's
be.
not just Obsidian though who are making it. It's
Is it not?
Obsidian and someone else, I think.
I mean,
So it feels like, or
I mean,
it's like,
if you, to be honest, it's Obsidian, so I kind of trust them to make it good.
I
If
know,
you guys get it, I will.
I know Game Ranks. You know Game Ranks YouTube channel.
Yes, I do.
They're a really big YouTube channel,
Yeah,
and they
they-
cover game news.
they
They got to
do
play a bit
focus
of it at the new
Is it-
Microsoft thing.
Is it that far in development?
Yeah, they got to play a bit of it at this Microsoft thing, and he said it's fine, but it's basically just a survival game, like every other survival game.
I like survival games. I enjoy survival games.
I
Well,
don't
that's
really
it. It
play
really depends on whether or not you like survival games.
To be honest, it didn't. When I watched, it, I didn't look at anything and go, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
revolutionary."
All I need a survival game to do is be able to sink as many hours into it as I need.
Would you like a really funny piece of news and then a really sad piece of news afterwards?
Go on.
Sure. Or
The-
the other
the-
way
No,
around. The other way
Give
around
us the
things
sad
is
news.
better,
And
yeah.
then
Okay,
the happy
the sad
news.
news,
So
and
good.
really, it's
We get trouble.
not sad. It just sucks. You know the great, fucking amazing TV show Titans
Yeah.
is getting renewed for a 3rd season.
Ah.
That's fine.
No, it's
Well-
not fine. That show fucking
I kind of
sucks.
want to see them kill Jason Todd and then not kill Jason
I haven't
Todd.
gotten that far. I watched the first 4 episodes.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do it.
Okay, spoilers.
Oh, wait.
Spoilers for season 1.
Everyone. Does.
Raven, you get to see her father, right? Who's that like demon dude? And in the comics, he looks badass. CG him looks fucking
Oh, they got
awful.
awful CG.
And then the next episode, so first episode of season 1, he gets killed. Like they were like, he's that shit. Fucking kill him. He looks genuinely
Wait.
terrible.
Is he in the first episode?
First episode of season 2, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's
I
the
don't-
he's the like
he's
big
the season
demon
one.
dude. Look, it's fucking that show's genuinely trash.
Yeah, but all
And it-
the
season
like,
2
DC TV shows are
Season
trash.
2 reviewed
But they-
really
they
badly.
cast-
Apart from maybe like
They
Gotham.
cast Joe
That was
Mormon as Bruce Wayne,
Mhm.
and yeah,
Great.
I just find that funny. His accent
Like,
that he does in it is a bit weird.
Name one good DC TV show.
Doom Patrol. Apparently that's really good. Swamp Thing
Arrow
was meant
was
to be
good
really good
at
as
the
well.
beginning.
Damn it.
Arrow was good at the
Some
beginning.
people like some people like Flash and Arrow.
Okay, name one good DC TV show apart from Swamp Thing and Doom Patrol. That's good.
And
All the
Arrow
ones with
and
Gotham
Flash.
was really good. I really like Gotham.
But Gotham's not anymore.
No.
Is it finished?
Yeah.
You mean
finished.
shows
Yeah.
that are still going on?
Yeah.
Well, there aren't that many going on at the moment.
Flash is crap.
There's
Legends of
just-
Tomorrow was crap.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
just a
at
kind
the
of.
moment they don't have much.
Well,
Arrow.
it depends. It depends which kind of universe you're in, because I know they're all technically tied together, but like the Arrow, Flash, that universe, not doing so hot.
You know what? Actually,
But then
thinking
they're
about-
like spin-off series like Doom Patrol and Swamp Thing are doing quite well.
I don't even know. I know technically they say that all the different universes are connected through the multiverse, but because the multiverse exists in the Arrowverse, are they still technically?
Too much. You
Nobody
just blow my mind. I don't
knows.
understand.
Isn't there like a? Yeah, I don't care.
I've read
Here's
3
the
trade
thing-
paperbacks. All right, I'm
Here's the
not
thing about the
qualified for
multiverse.
this.
Don't think about it.
Yeah.
I saw somewhere that there's like the multiverse, and then there's like the omniverse, which is every fictional universe ever.
What
That's ever been created
what I
or-
find hilarious about
That's what-
DC, they did that Infinite Crisis on Earth, whatever it's called, right? Whatever that-
Crisis of Infinite Earth.
Yeah,
you
that's
got
the
it in
one.
exact
Anyway,
wrong
anyway.
fucking order.
And apparently like
Sorry,
it basically
Tom,
got
every time
it's
you
fine.
like try and say a name of
I
something,
don't remember
it's
this
always
shit.
the
It got super confusing and nobody understood what the
Yeah.
timeline was. So they did New 52 to like basically fuck it all. Like yeah, whatever. That makes no sense. We're getting rid of it. And now everyone hates New 52. So it's like they just can't do anything right.
Marvel tried to do that with all new, all different Marvel, but that was a fucking train wreck.
I don't understand why they keep doing this. Just like it's fine to update characters, but I just think just
Yeah.
I honestly, I've always wanted to get into comic books, but A, they're really expensive, and B, God, where do I?
trade paperbacks are all right actually. But what I'm doing is I'm picking specific like one shots, I think they're called, where it's like a couple of comics that make up like a singular story that's generally not canonical. So like for
Yeah.
example, there's like the Long Halloween and stuff like that, where it's all just like one story. Or there's like a Flashpoint one where
Yeah. Flashpoint's good.
yeah, I think it's just called Flashpoint.
Yeah.
Where like all the heroes change and stuff. There's
Yeah, 'cause
Superman Red Sun.
Barry Allen goes back and saves his mum from dying.
Yeah.
They did that in a weird way. Well, I mean, they did it, but they didn't do it in the TV show.
Right. Have you heard of Superman Red Sun?
Yes.
Is that where he
Leaves
goes?
the Russia.
Is that where he lands in Russia or something?
Yeah, it's an alternative Superman where instead of America he's in Russia and he becomes like this communist hero. I haven't read it, but it's meant to be really good.
Yeah.
I read those because I cannot be asked to get involved in the main
I
series.
might try and see if I can find what's the Batman that's set in the future with old Bruce Wayne and then
Batman Beyond.
yes, I want them to make a Batman Beyond movie. I just want to see what the costume looks like.
Fair enough.
Oh my god, yeah, that
Have
was
you seen?
awesome.
Have you seen the? They did a Batman Beyond costume in Arkham Knight, and honestly, I love it so much. It
Fair.
looks so good.
All I'd say like about getting into comics, don't get into Marvel at the moment. They really need to sort out what they're doing with their writing.
I wasn't gonna get into Marvel.
Yeah,
anyway.
personally, I've
I
never-
only like Batman.
I've never been all that interested in Marvel, but one of the reasons I've gravitated more towards DC and like Image Comics is they tend to do characters with a bit more nuance.
Yeah.
Especially related to like mental health or identity crises. Because Grant Morrison, who's my favorite, I think, comic writer, he did the Doom Patrol run that I'm reading at the moment, and he did something called Multiversity, which is meant to be really good. He's doing an Animal Man run, which is apparently really, really good. So Animal Man's this like DC hero who like I think can like adopt the personalities of animals. But he's basically
furry.
yeah. He's kind of like he's kind of like this really B-list hero. But Grant Morrison's given him this like depth to make him like a really interesting character. And I know
See,
Animal
DC's
Man.
got some really strong, competent writers.
Well, one of the
Marvel
thing that
is-
Yeah.
is in desperate need of some just some fresh. I don't want to say fresh blood because there's quite a lot of young writers at Marvel at the moment, but they're just really derivative. Of
I
each
feel
other.
like DC are often pretty good at taking risks. Like with the 52, they did a series. I think it's just called 52, where like Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman are gone, and it's just the B-list heroes and how they deal with like
The thing
handling
is,
the world, like Animal
when
Man
they
and
do
stuff.
stuff like that, they're not like the main issue comics though.
Yeah.
Marvel have a tendency of when they do something entirely new to replace old running.
Yeah,
sort
sure.
of. So, like the whole thing about replacing with the female Thor. That was in the main comic continuity. They didn't like try and give it a go in like a side story. They just completely swept it. So
Yeah,
they've got a tendency to just sort of putting the cart before the horse with new concepts.
Yeah,
and all
sure,
that.
yeah.
So, yeah. because they did it when they killed off Wolverine. They brought him back a year later.
Yeah, although to be fair, they have had some really standout series like Civil War and Old Man Logan and stuff.
Yeah,
they've done some really interesting like one shots or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I think. I think when they just do it's not one shots. They're like a contained story.
Yeah, and they did X-Men versus the Avengers. That was pretty good. I remember actually that's the only series where I've collected individual comics for it. Like I actually went to the comic book shop every month or whenever it was.
Agent Venom was.
Yeah. See, I'd like to be enough into comic books that I could do that and like know.
It's too expensive.
Yes,
I basically wait until all the comics have been released into a trade paperback and then buy that for like 20 quid.
I might. When I have a job and I'm not.
Yeah.
Because all my life is right now is just me slowly sinking more and more into debt. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the sort of upward spike when I'm actually employed at a place.
That's why I'm waiting for Christmas. I'm just gonna ask for all the trade paperbacks that I.
Maybe I should just for comic books for Christmas.
Yeah, I can recommend some good ones if you want.
Anyway, shall we get back to...
Yeah, so for those of you who are interested, Titans can be expected sometime autumn next year, if you can. The funny piece of news is that someone made a browser game called Ring Fat Adventure, where you have to collect donuts against a time limit in a Pac-Man style. So, if you don't want to play Ring Fit Adventure, you can play Ring Fat Adventure. Alright, great stuff.
It sounds like that. Like
why did I put that? I don't know why.
Do you remember those Flash games that Peter made?
Yeah, it's basically like that, but like a parody. Yeah, I played one of those. There was one on the Switch called Kitten Squad away. It was fucking awful.
Peter is as good at making games as they are at keeping animals alive.
All right, moving on. Moving on. Let's not talk about that. Would you like some Anthem news? Anthem has had. Okay, moving on then.
No, that's it.
Anthem is reportedly getting a full overhaul, currently being referred to as Anthem Next or Anthem 2.0.
Or Anthem as it should have been at launch.
Probably. It will involve overhauling everything from loot, quests, mission structure, world, etc.
They're really No Man's Skying the shit out of it.
Yeah, although at least No Man's Sky's foundation was like not a bad game. Like Anthem is just a bad game, like straight up.
Do you remember that point when everyone was really hyped for No Man's Sky?
Yeah, I was so hyped, and then it came out, and everyone was like, "This is shit." And then I played it. I was like, "Actually, I really like it. Favorite game of that year." Except I have a tendency to like bad games. I think we've talked about this before.
Well, we know you like bad games.
You've got a tendency to like bad games.
Well, it's not that I have a tendency to like bad games. I have a tendency to like games that critics generally don't like. Like I liked Homefront: The Revolution, No Man's Sky, Elex, games like that. When everyone else was like, these games are trash.
I'll agree with you on Elex. I will not.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a fun. It's like kind of like we don't know what Horizon Zero Dawn is.
No, I know what it is.
It's kind of like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay.
It's anyway. So it's getting this big overhaul. Something else I realized that had an overhaul. I think I was on the Coming Soon store on PlayStation. By the way, Shenmue 3 is out today. I don't know if any of you are interested in Shenmue 3. But there's a review embargo until a couple of days after the game got released, so we won't see a review for it in a while.
That's not a good sign.
It's never
if the review embargo is after the release of the game, that's...
So, Shenmue 3. You know Sniper Ghost Warrior?
Yes, I do.
That's getting a new game.
Hot diggity damn.
I don't understand this world. But one thing that is getting an overhaul is Just Cause 4. Which is it's called Just Cause 4, like, it's not remastered, but something along those lines. And I watched the trailer for it.
Is it a re-release or is it?
Yeah, it's a re-release, £34.99 for the base game, the tiny bits of DLC they added, and new and improved features. Like, fuck off, just release all that shit for free. Nobody's gonna pay £34.99 for Just Cause 4 again.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Someone might pay 50 quid for.
I mean, if you don't already own it. yeah, that's the point. What? Like, you can't say that.
Look. All right.
Wait, is it on Switch?
No.
Okay, well then,
PS4.
no.
I would have bought it. So,
Tom would have paid 50 quid.
Actually, you're right. It would cost us not on Switch. It's only 34 quid.
Would you like to hear some sad Animal Crossing news? Do we all like Animal Crossing here?
Yeah, it's alright.
I like it.
Do we like Nintendo as a company?
I like their game.
I'm about to change both your opinions.
I just said the hit and miss.
Animal no, you said
Yeah, I know.
you
We
really
both
like
had
it.
different opinions as well.
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is getting a new paid membership thing.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
There's two options, both of which sound dumb, which is what I've put here, and I haven't bothered to write down what the options were. Are you interested, or are you just gonna?
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Look.
Tom Nook is a debt collecting whore.
Well, I think
Pocket
because of
Camp
the
was
success
cute,
of.
but it was boring.
Oh, one of them is you get like a warehouse which you can put items in, and you get a bunch of the like premium currency every month. And the other one is,
Tom.
you can get someone to help you like work in your camp and like do the tasks for you.
Oh, cool! So the game doesn't even need you to play it.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
pay the game to play itself.
Basically, after the success of Mario Kart Tour, they were like,
Wait, success?
yeah, it did. It had like 13 million downloads in its first weekend or
Fucking
whatever.
hell.
It did stupid well.
I've heard
Mobile
nothing
games
but
do well.
bad
Oh,
things.
everyone hates it. Everyone hates it, but it's doing really well. It's
Yeah.
Mario Kart on the phone. Like
God
people are gonna play
fucking
that. Okay, and then we've got the last piece of news. Well, it's kind of there's another piece of news afterwards, but we'll talk about that in a minute. This is huge news that I want your guys' opinions on because I'm not that arsed and not that happy about it. All right, you ready?
Go.
Excellent.
New Half-Life game, Half-Life Alyx, has been officially confirmed by Valve to be happening and will get an official reveal on Thursday, the 21st of November. Here's the important bit. It will be their flagship VR game.
Yeah, I heard about this. I mean,
First of all, didn't like Half-Life.
yeah, I played Half-Life 2 when I started playing PC games, just because I was like, oh, everyone raves about it.
Mhm.
And then I played it and I was like,
I don't get the
Eh?
hype.
yeah.
I don't understand. It's not a bad game, but I don't understand why people like it as
Yeah.
much as they do. Owen,
I can
controversial
only assume
opinion.
was it revolutionary for the
So-
time it came out?
I think so. I think
A
that's
little,
it.
a
Isn't it?
little bit of gaming history here.
Here we go.
My boys.
We're already like an hour in, but sure, let's go for it.
We are like for not much news.
This is going to be the
we're-
longest
It's-
podcast
oh,
we've done.
God.
Go for
No,
it.
so it'd be a very short history. So, yeah.
Great. No, thank you for that.
No problem.
Go for it.
Yeah, so Half-Life 2 was so massively popular because it was the first game to use as powerful of an engine as it did.
I thought it was all for like the story and the gameplay.
The engine seemed clunky to me.
The Source engine
I mean,
sucks
now,
ass.
Yeah, no, well, when I played it in
Yeah.
2012.
yeah, it's older than that.
Yeah, I know it's
20
much older than that,
Yeah.
but like.
I guess maybe for the time it was
but
really
I
good.
specifically remember playing it
Was it
and
like
thinking.
2006? It was.
I mean, yeah, but like a 6-year-old game. If we played a 6-year-old, like if I played a game in 2013,
Like Skyrim, for
played-
example. Yeah, but Skyrim
I'm
sucks.
not think, and I can play games in 2013 and I don't think
Yeah,
to
but
myself
the
all the
source-
Yeah, no.
specifically the engine seems clunky here.
But like Oblivion 6 years later, not
yeah,
good.
but you got to remember the
Fallout 3 6 years later, not good. Fallout 4 6
Whoa.
years later, probably not very good.
Yeah, but well, what came out in 2013?
Probably a lot of good stuff. I don't remember.
Guitar Hero.
I think Assassin's Creed 4 came out in 2013.
Sure, there you go.
Which is how you're
PlayStation
ever you
4.
play it now, and you're not like, oh, this is.
There's a big difference though. Like the Source engine when it came out, like there was way more like, what's the word? Progress made in the 6
True.
years after.
True, but
Like from
I
Skyrim
can play.
to
All
2017.
I'm saying is, I can play games from when
Yeah.
Half-Life 2 came out and
Same.
not specifically think to
Same,
myself,
yeah.
the engine doesn't seem to
Absolutely.
be right for this.
But also, it was incredibly well designed in terms of like level design. for
Yeah,
the time.
everyone really liked the level design. Everyone really liked the story as well. Everyone thought the writing was really good for it.
played incredibly well.
I got
in terms of
bored
like
of a lot
gunplay.
of it.
Same. This is
But
the
that's
thing.
the thing. We're looking at it from like modern
Yeah.
gaming conventions.
Maybe when it
It's-
came
yeah,
out,
but-
it was
but
fucking
it-
It
amazing.
set those expectations of what you expect from
Yeah,
a shooter.
yeah.
Like it did what most you don't even think about with games now.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think when it came out, it was like the first game that like had a
You
proper
got, but,
narrative in it.
it-
but I
set-
played it.
it
I
set
played
the
it when I
standard.
didn't have expectations of games because I didn't play games really.
Yeah, well,
So
I mean, I didn't like either, but I think it's, to each their own, innit? Or whatever that saying is.
So anyway, back to the game we were actually supposed to be talking about.
Half-Life Alyx VR game.
Prequel, I hear.
I don't know. All I've heard is that it's because there was a bunch of rumors, and then they were like, yes, it's happening, and it's going to be a VR game, and we're announcing it properly on the 21st. Look, I think this is not the game that people were expecting.
No, I don't. It's not.
well,
a
no,
game
I mean,
people
let's be honest. When
really
people,
want.
if people, I think it's so like the old old meme of Half-Life 3
Yeah.
is like, that's what people were wanting for so long.
Well, because
And
I
for a new
remember
Half-Life game to come out and it just to not be Half-Life 3.
one of the writers, I think, who quit Valve leaked a potential plot for Half-Life 3, and everyone was like, that sounds dope as fuck. Including the Borealis or whatever, that boat. I didn't look too much into it.
I didn't see that.
But yeah, there was this big hype behind it, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's never gonna happen, never gonna happen." And this is, I feel like, as much of a dud announcement as when they announced that like Dota card game, and everyone was like, "Did you see that announcement that they did?"
Because
What
I
was
kind
it
of
called?
forgotten
Was
that.
it Artifacts or something?
Do
Yeah,
Valve actually still even make games?
yeah, they do. Well,
Yeah.
they because they're constantly updating Counter Strike, and then they
Yeah.
recently released that Artifact or whatever, and now they're doing Half-Life.
Gmod is
Oh, and they
still alive. And
yeah,
so
they
is
did
Team
they did a
Fortress
bunch
2.
of Portal like spin-offs.
Yeah.
Like
Did they?
Portal Bridge Maker or whatever that game was called, yeah.
Portal Bridge Constructor.
And then there was a Portal VR game as well called The Lab. But
Oh yes, I remember that.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're obviously trying to focus on VR because I think Steam has their own VR now or whatever. They're
Yeah.
obviously trying to push it.
But
Which one is the ones that's owned by Valve? The VR things.
Huh?
I swear one of them is owned by Valve.
Well, the Steam VR, I don't know what it's called.
Oculus?
No,
Is
that's
it
Facebook.
Oculus?
Oh yeah, I
Oculus.
forgot.
Oh shit! Do
Who?
they?
Yeah.
Well, who owns? I know it's HTC that owns the Vive, right?
Yeah, HTC Vive, yeah. I think there's a Steam
To
one.
be
I don't know
honest,
what it's called.
I couldn't tell
And
you for
there's-
the life of me. I'm just trying to list off VR headsets that I know
Yeah,
of.
I really want to get
And
a VR
I've
headset.
only been.
I'd love to get a VR headset.
Alan, can you let us into the game room of the library?
When I get my fucking student card updated.
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
Right. Wait, what was that notification?
Oh Tom, no, you've derailed the podcast.
Oh no, okay,
We've
sorry.
gotta-
Sorry.
You got to start all over again.
The
Hi,
last
welcome to.
the last piece of news that I've got is recently there was the Golden Joysticks Awards
Ooh.
that were given out, and I want to go through them and
Cheeky,
see what you guys think of the results. You guys ready?
Let's go.
Mhm.
Best storytelling, Days Gone.
Mm.
This is compared to Judgment, by the way, which is fucking awesome and has a really good story.
Days Gone.
Yep. By the way, I also feel like isn't this award done by PlayStation?
I don't know.
Seems a little biased if it is.
Wait, is Days Gone the zombie?
Yeah, the zombie one on the motorbike that everyone hated.
Yeah, that one that just came out when everyone's went.
Yeah. Best multiplayer game, Apex Legends.
Okay, sure.
Fortnite didn't win. Oh, that's sad. Still playing award, Minecraft.
Yeah,
what
no
what
shit.
is that award?
That is quite funny. To be fair, Minecraft deserves an award for people still playing it this long.
It's overtaken Fortnite again.
It has.
Has it?
It's like.
Yay!
Have you ever seen in a shop window where it's like we're still here? It's like that, but for Minecraft. It's like it still exists, by the way.
Well, everyone knows it still exists. It's had like a massive resurgence. in the last
Yeah,
Yeah.
couple of
it's
months.
brilliant. I love
Best visual design, Devil May Cry 5.
it. Okay. It's got a bit of an emo aesthetic, so I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Best indie game, Outer Worlds or Outer Wilds even.
Well, about to
Me too. I
Outer
misread
World
it.
is not indie.
I keep getting those two confused though. Outer Wilds.
Yeah, I know, I do.
Esports game of the year, you Fortnite. You Fortnite boys, alright? Let's get Minecraft in that.
Yeah, I would have to win.
Best
Esports Fortnite.
yeah, best audio.
No, sorry. I'm laughing at Esports Minecraft though.
Yeah. Best audio,
Fucking hell,
Resident
guys.
Evil 2.
Right.
Or Resi 2 as it's known in the
I think horror games are good for the audio category because audio is a big
Yeah.
part of setting tone for horror.
Best game expansion, GTA Online Diamond Casino update.
Nope.
Fuck off with that.
Best VR/AR game, Beat Saber.
Yes.
Fair. Best gaming hardware, who cares? Nvidia 220 series super graphics cards, who fucking cares? Best platformer, Logan Marshall Green. I don't know what that
I
means.
don't know.
Nope.
Studio of the year, I have a guess. Who do you think?
PlayStation.
I swear to God, I had laughed so hard at this Bethesda.
Epic Games.
Oh, fucking hell, of course.
Best new streamer/broadcaster, Ewok.
Me.
Breakthrough Award, House. I don't know. Oh, mobile game of the year is BTS World.
What?
BTS World. Are
Yeah,
They...
you know who BTS are, right?
No.
The Korean pop band.
Yeah.
Oh
they're
god.
Yeah, they've got their own game. Outstanding contribution, Life is Strange. I don't know what that means. PC Game of the Year.
What did Life is Strange contribute?
I don't know. PC Game of the Year is World of Warcraft Classic. PlayStation Game of the Year.
Wait. PC Game of the Year is basically them bringing back an old game.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
PlayStation Game of the Year is Days Gone.
Fuck off, is it?
Again, why is it not Judgment?
Why is it not Outlaws?
Yeah, well,
I mean,
because it's
that's
not a
not
PlayStation game. It has to be specific to that.
What other exclusives
Judgment.
came out on... Yeah, is that it this year?
No, I think there was... I'll have a look in a minute. Xbox Game of the Year, Gears 5. I guess that makes sense.
No.
Yeah, that's
But it was their biggest release this year, though.
Still doesn't deserve it.
But
Good single player, really crappy multiplayer.
Well, I think it
What,
won. I think it.
what came out better? What would you want to win?
Me.
I think it won for best single player though.
I'll give it single player.
Nintendo Game of the Year. Have a guess.
Me.
Have a guess. It's pretty obvious. What huge Nintendo game came out this year?
Animal Crossing.
Super Smash Bros.
Oh.
Most Wanted game, Cyberpunk
I'm
2077.
trying to remember when the games came out. Yeah.
Critics' Choice Award is Control. Lifetime Achievement is.
Oh god, yeah, Controller, just like a freaky.
Yeah, it's Nina's got it. Apparently, it's good. Lifetime Achievement went to Yu Suzuki, who I think is the Shenmue guy. But also Miyamoto, or whatever. I think you know the guy who works for Nintendo.
Yeah.
He won a
actually
Japanese
Miyamoto.
Lifetime Award, and he's one of the first games people to win
It's
it.
true. He is.
for him.
For his
Yeah.
entire lifetime, he has been Japanese.
And Ultimate Game of the Year, the best game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it is? You get one guess each. Best
Oh,
game of
God.
the year.
Best game of the year.
Wait, is it Game of the Year time already? For people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Best game of the year. Oh, it's November.
What the fuck came out this year?
We can't spend too long in this segment. We're already
Oh,
going.
I mean, I know what I'd say.
What would you say? Go for it.
Probably Outer Worlds.
Okay. What do you think's best game of the
That
year?
might just
Best
be because
yeah,
that
game of
boy
the year.
recently.
Game of the year. Game of the year.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Xenoblade 2 is not an option.
Damn it.
Sorry.
I don't know. Let's go Fortnite.
Resident Evil 2
Yeah, no, it deserves
won
it.
best game of the year.
Resident 2 deserves it.
I highly disagree with that
No.
for a number of reasons, which we won't get into because we don't have time.
The thing is about Resident Evil 2
Yeah.
is it's just from a genre that I don't like, so I can't really complain
Yeah.
about
Resident
it.
Evil 2
Because
deserves
if I like
it.
the genre,
Resident Evil 2 deserves it from at least a technical standard because they have rebuilt an entire game from the ground up,
Sure.
yeah,
I
and it accurately
will believe you.
accurately carries over a lot of the tension and
The problem with that, Owen,
atmosphere of the.
the problem with that, Owen, is you can praise them for rebuilding a game from the ground up, but surely that just requires as much praise as building a game from the ground up anyway.
Well, no, because they've got to adapt a game from when was Resident Evil 2 released?
This year, I think that's why I won.
The
No.
original.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Come on, dude.
I'm not listening. I don't care.
I really like our
I'll have a
ability,
look.
each of our abilities to
I'll
tune
have a
out the
look.
conversation when we don't give a shit.
Resident Evil 2 came out in 2019.
What happened to that? We don't have much news this week.
No, we didn't, but we just went on to a lot of
Yeah.
tangents about that is a short list of news compared to what we've had before.
That's
The
true,
thing,
we
the
have
thing is
really
why
tangented
Resident Evil
this.
2 deserves it is because it adapted a game that required to be the old one was good because of its limitations.
Yeah,
But
but also this
things
is in
with time-
comparison to
Pokemon,
this
the
is
original Pokemon.
this is in comparison to brand new games that have done exceptionally well. Like I know I keep mentioning it, but
Yeah,
Judgment.
but the new Resident Evil 2 is basically an entirely brand new game.
I know, but I feel like it shouldn't have won based on the fact that it's a horror
the
game.
only
Oh no!
I'm not a big fan of the Resident Evil series anyway, but I tell you what, watching gameplay of Resident Evil 7 gave me genuine nightmares. That house, fucking
God, it
terrifying setting.
Is that the VR one?
There is a VR component.
You can play it in VR.
But it wasn't exclusively
It's not
VR.
exclusive.
That is a terrifying game, and I haven't played it.
I love
I
it.
bet. Right,
I
let's
know.
get on to
For-
our
for
topic.
our listeners who care, Tommy's incredibly bad with
I hate horror. I cannot stand horror. But I feel like that's not like an abnormal thing to
I, on
say.
the other hand, adore.
Yeah, but it's not like, oh, you're such a pussy for not liking horror. It's
I mean,
like,
Tom,
yeah,
you're such a pussy.
yeah. I
for not
know.
liking
I try to defend myself, but
Jonathan's opinion on horror will be told on the next podcast because Jonathan's
Sorry,
It's just
I
not
just
good.
saw on my phone that apparently Curry's is bundling Pokemon Sword and Shield with Nintendo Switch.
Well, it's Black Friday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming
But
up.
my mum was thinking of getting another Switch so that
Why?
my sister can have
Oh,
one
okay.
in Durham and then we can have one. So basically, I might be able.
It now's
might be able to finesse my way into.
now's a
free
good
copy
time.
of Sword and
Now's a good
Shield.
time to get it. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, are we done with news, by the way?
We are. Oh yeah, what was your news?
I have
If
one
I
little
didn't
bit of
mention
news.
it, yeah.
We have a new franchise to add to the ever-growing graveyard of franchise reboots.
Go for it.
Charlie's Angels.
Oh yeah, that came out with not much fanfare and not many people liked
Charlie's
it.
Angels made exactly 9 million. No, 8 million.
Yeah, it didn't do very well.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
What?
surprised.
On
Though.
opening weekend.
Yeah,
Or
Are you
in
surprised? Are you genuinely surprised?
Well, in total,
not only.
Well, it's not. It's only just come out.
I know, but
Yeah.
still.
It can't make 9 million in total.
No, I think
across everywhere, and that's ridiculous.
I think it's still going, but
Yeah, it's only just come out.
I think
That's really sad, though. I was kind of hoping they'll do well.
why?
It was crap.
The original
Why?
film isn't that
It
great.
looked good to me.
Oh,
I don't
fair.
see it. I watched the trailer. I was like, that seems good.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie. I've seen the trailer and I didn't look that impressed, but whatever. I like
mean-
Sonic though. So Sonic looks good. Am I
You
right?
can only do so much with Charlie's Angels, really.
I don't know. I think it. I mean, there's nothing about it that I don't
I
think
think
you can build something off.
It did
of.
come out at the wrong time though, because it's just after the kind of like when Joker came out, that like autumn kind of,
Yeah.
and then just before Christmas. It's just the wrong time to
The
be
thing
coming
is,
out.
though,
in cinema.
I just get sad when
do you
women
know-
let films flop.
Do you
Yeah.
know anyone who would, like, oh, what are you into? Oh, I love Charlie's Angels.
There are a lot of people who like the original. It
Well,
did
no,
really
but
well.
you
Yeah,
don't
but
have to
it's
love
not-
a franchise to go watch a movie about it.
That's true. Lots of people went to go see Joker who don't like.
Yeah,
comic
like
books.
you don't have to be completely enamored with
No.
the past of the franchise.
I was just saying. you know.
Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about Disney.
Disney.
Disney is our topic for today. Did we mention that earlier? Did we
Probably.
say we were talking about Disney?
I think
I don't know if we were recording when we said it.
Maybe not. Well, we're talking about Disney. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just checking the time.
The time is 1 hour and 6 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
That was
1
a,
in the
that
morning.
was a long news segment.
We're going to talk about Disney, mainly because Frozen 2 is coming
Yeah.
out. So I'm thinking we talk about Frozen 1 first,
Yep.
then talk about our favourite Disney movies, and then
Yep.
you want to talk about the Disney Plus subscription
I do.
service. And I kind of
Or
want to...
whatever we want
I kind of
do.
want to
We'll
talk...
end up tangenting so much.
Yeah,
anyway.
I want to talk specifically about the number of subscription services that are out there.
Yes.
But we can talk about
We'll
that
get
later.
to that, yeah.
I think
Frozen 1.
the number of subscription service out there is
Later.
too damn fucking
Later,
high.
Owen. Later.
We'll
We
talk
have
about it later.
structure.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Welcome to the... do we have a name for this segment?
no.
I don't think we
I
do.
forgot the name of our podcast, to be honest, mate.
How dare you? Katie came up with that name. You need to etch it into your
Oh, we
mind.
haven't mentioned Katie yet.
Yeah, we did. I mentioned her earlier.
Yeah, you weren't paying attention.
Oh.
Very briefly, but everyone want to say shout out to Kate?
Shout out to
shout out
Katie.
to Kate.
Shout out to Kate. Right. Frozen 1. Do we like it? Do we not like it?
I mean, I
I
liked it.
Don't
I don't like
really
Frozen 1.
give a shit.
I liked. It's not. It's probably my least favorite of the modern animated.
Like,
Disney.
Sure.
Here's the
But
thing,
I mean,
it's
I like
not-
them all.
Like,
like
I
them,
find
so-
it boring, but there's nothing objectively bad about it.
There we go. That's basically my opinion
it's
on it.
like-
I think I like it less because it was so over.
There was an element
It's
of
nicely
overhyped.
animated. The songs are catchy, but not something I particularly like. The story is relatively simple.
Yeah.
It doesn't really do anything new, or the one or two things it does
Yeah,
do
none of
new
the-
doesn't really work. I mean, it doesn't really. It feels inconsequential.
It
None of
was
the-
a very-
None of the songs.
You know, with their secret villain.
Yeah, none of the
Yeah.
songs from my. From it on my Disney playlist on Spotify, so.
I actually...
I mean, that
they're
says
good
a lot.
songs. They're standard Disney songs.
I
but none of
disagree
them-
with both you on the songs. Let It Go is a fucking classic. That song
Oh.
is so good, right?
I think
it's
I
the
did-
only bit of
I
that movie
did
that I
like
like.
it when it came out, but God, has it been overplayed?
Oh, sure, yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't actually like Let It Go.
Fair enough.
No, it
Fair
was
enough.
drilled into my skull too much
Yeah.
until I hated
I agree
it.
with that. I think it was certainly overplayed, but I
Yeah.
think as a song, it's really good.
If you're gonna overplay any song, Let It Go has to be the most ironic one to overplay for years.
Yeah, sure.
Like the only version of Let It Go I like is the one where you purposely butcher it as much as possible.
Oh, they did all... Do you remember when that thing where they would do like Google Translate songs? So they would
Yes.
put like the lyrics into Google
Yeah.
Translate and then put that again into Google, and then they would sing that.
Yeah.
I love that. That was great.
You know how each Disney film does a really shitty pop version at the end for the credits. And
Sure, yeah,
it's
yeah.
always terrible because Disney translations turn pop is just not a good idea.
Yeah, not good.
Do you know who did the one for Frozen 2?
Oh, I do know
Because
this.
it's been released as a single already.
Yeah, I do know this, but I can't remember.
Is it Prince?
What, the dead dude?
Yes.
Is it Prince?
Shockingly, no.
What an odd choice. Who is it?
It is Panic at the Disco.
Oh, that's not appropriate.
Which is...
It's just not
And
appropriate.
okay, so for context here on my music taste, I love Panic at the Disco.
Bye, Owen. Oh,
Look, you didn't even need to fire him this time, he's quit himself. I love Panic at the Disco.
Uh-huh.
They are
He's actually
one of
just
my
got
favourite bands of all time.
Yeah.
And I always just even on a like personal basis hate the end songs. So I've never been more conflicted about it in my life.
Fair. Yeah.
And- Yeah, it does sound like I listened to.
Is he done yet?
I've listened to it a few
okay.
times. It sounds. I mean, it is exactly what all the I dislike about it the same thing that I dislike about all of them.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they're not Disney songs just should not be turned into pop songs.
No, I agree.
But I also love Brendan Urie. So what can you do?
Welcome back.
What can you do?
Who knows?
Leave the room until this conversation is done.
So that's my sadness about it.
I liked the music of the first one. I found the story super dull. Can you not play with
Yeah,
that?
I know. Sorry, I didn't expect that to happen.
Put your fig tray down.
I found the story super dull.
Yeah.
And personally, I wasn't asked about the animation. I didn't think it was particularly stand out. But Frozen 2 is out on the 22nd. And are we at all excited for Frozen 2?
I want to see someone attempt to freeze the ocean, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'll see it in cinemas.
I have to see it.
I didn't end up seeing the first set Frozen in cinemas.
I didn't either.
I will carefully wait until it's legally available on a streaming platform.
Yeah.
The funny thing about the first Frozen is I remember when it came out and I just thought, oh, that's not going to do very well.
Yeah, sure.
And then just all hell broke loose.
See, the thing is, I only watched Frozen because I heard it was based off a fairy tale, and I got really interested because I can vaguely remember like a cartoon I watched as like a little kid that was also based off the fairy tales. I remember really liking it, so I was like, this might be interesting, and then it was nothing.
You've got to remember that it's a Disney version of it.
Yeah.
I also don't think it's based on a fairy tale. I think you're thinking of the Snow Queen, which is based on a Hans Christian Andersen tale, which they made.
They did base it off.
Are you sure? I think isn't it an original story?
No, it's not. They did base it off some snow person.
Some snow person.
They definitely did.
I believe you. I'm talking about.
But they changed it so Elsa was originally meant to be the villain.
Mm-hmm.
That was the original.
Can't do that. Main character.
I can see it.
Right. Okay. I've had this argument with
The word argument doesn't bode well for a podcast.
Yeah. Well, who is the protagonist of Frozen?
Me.
It's Anna.
Yes, it is Anna.
It's the
Thank
Rudolph.
You. My sister said it was
Rudolph.
Elsa because my sister.
She's not in it for like half the movie.
Yeah,
right.
She has the main song. She has Let It Go.
That was
sure.
my sister's argument. She was like, she's got the main song, so she's.
But that doesn't make you the main
That
character.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
The main character is the person.
That's like saying the
follow.
crab in Moana, who has the best song, is the main character. Which he is, let's be honest. He's the main character.
You mean Kiss the Girl?
No, Shiny. That one.
Oh, Moana. Sorry, I was thinking Little Mermaid. I didn't hear you say the movie title.
To be honest,
Kiss
the Girl
I
would be
literally
a very odd choice for that scene in Moana.
Yeah, I know. The giant cat makes out of Moana. I have to see Frozen 2 because I have a girlfriend.
Wait, you think the main song of Moana is the crap song?
No, it's the best song in Moana.
It's definitely not.
It's
all right, well, we're going to talk
the
about
Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the best.
We're
definitely
going to
great.
talk Moana in a bit anyway. But yeah, I have to see Frozen 2. And I don't know. I'm not like unexcited for it. I'm not like, oh, this is going to suck. But I have read some reviews for it. And it's getting kind of like mixed reviews. Like good songs doesn't do enough to kind of like elevate the story.
Yeah, I think I can't.
It kind of has incredible two-itis.
Frozen isn't a movie that really warrants a sequel.
Well, that's what I
think
thought. Toy Story 4. Why does that exist?
It warrants a
Toy
sequel.
Story 2 is the best Toy Story.
It warrants a sequel in the sense that it's going to get them a hell of a lot of money.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think Disney have a problem with Incredibles
money,
2, Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4, and to an extension Frozen 2, of like getting franchises that are just done, and then adding an unnecessary sequel to them that most people are like, it was fine.
Yeah, like Star Wars.
Moving on. I think Frozen 2 will probably do quite well financially though, so good for
of
good
course
for Disney.
it will.
Good for
It's
Disney.
going to make billions.
We can do a review roundup maybe next week, me and you, about Frozen. Yeah, so we can do that.
Are you guys going on a Frozen 2 date?
No, I am with my girlfriend, Katie. Shout out to Katie.
I'm probably going to end up going with my mum if I do it all.
Oh,
How cute.
that's sweet.
Yes, that's sweet.
I'm not actually taking the piss. That is
No,
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We're being sincere. We all love our mums, so.
Shout out to my mum.
Yeah, shout out to my mum. You want to shout out your mum? No.
Nah.
Okay.
She won't listen to this. If she tried, she would not make it this far.
No, nobody is getting this far. I'm gonna put Disney discussion as the title, and then for the first hour, there's no Disney talk.
Yeah, because that's what.
Anyone who's got this far in the podcast, well done.
In fact, I'm gonna call it Frozen 2 discussion, and then there's like a minute of Frozen 2 and fucking nonsense.
Let's leave it. No more Frozen.
Yeah.
No more Frozen.
Well, actually, the next thing we're going to talk about is our favorite Disney movies.
Yes.
And I think me and you have the same one, which is Moana.
Yeah.
I love Moana. It's my all-time favorite. Okay, when we say Disney movies, or when I say Disney movies, I'm not obviously talking about like Star Wars and Marvel and all
not everything.
literally
Disney
just the
but-
Disney classic films.
Yeah, the animated ones with
Yeah.
the singing and the princesses and.
Okay, so we're specifically saying the animated ones.
Is there a
And
name?
not Pixar
Is there
either.
a name for those?
Yeah, they're
films?
called Disney classics.
Is that
Yeah, and they're so
even the new ones?
no, they're considered Disney classics. So you know it's a Disney classic when on the box it says Disney classic and then the number. So they have it like really small letters in the top of the sleeve. So like Big Hero 6 was a Disney classic, for example.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Right,
Yeah.
if we're talking,
Oh, I didn't know
if we're
that.
talking specifically animated princess.
It doesn't have to be princess. It just has to be
I don't
like
know,
Wreck-It Ralph counts and all that.
I think we've got a theme.
Oh, you
going.
see, I'm thinking specifically I'll call them the princess ones, but
Yeah.
that doesn't always. fit them,
let's
but-
stick to the princess ones. Let's stick to
sure.
this incredibly
Sure.
manly conversation.
Yeah, I love Disney princess movies. No, Tangled is probably my second favorite. Moana is by a
Tangled
long
is
shot.
great.
Tangled is good.
I have a.
Zachary Levi, by the way, is fucking awesome. I love him
I like
so
Zachary
much.
Levi.
He seems like a genuinely good guy.
I didn't realise he played Flynn until after Shazam came out.
Yeah,
Because I didn't know
And he
who
sings
was,
some
to
of the
be fair,
songs as
until
well.
after Shazam came out.
he was a bit singing.
I have a sort of out there number one.
Go on,
that
what's
no
your number one?
No one really talks about.
Go for it.
this
What's your number
anymore. Princess and the Frog.
Really?
I-
did not like
I
Princess and the
cannot
Frog.
stand Princess and the
Yeah.
Frog. I watched it with Katie, and it's so boring.
Boring.
But I'm
It's
glad you
very
like it.
boring.
I'm glad you like
I
it.
do
What,
like
what's the reason that you like it?
Really good villain.
Okay, yeah, sure.
It's got some jazzy songs.
It's kind of classic Disney animation as
Yeah.
well, isn't it? It's not
yeah,
3D.
yeah.
Yeah.
I very much am a fan of that classic sort of 2D
Sure,
animation.
sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
what's everyone's favourite of the 2Ds?
The 2Ds. Oh, I really like Aladdin. Aladdin is just
I mean, Aladdin is great.
insane.
Hercules.
Yep, Hercules. The other, I think the big three when people talk. Actually, probably the big four. Is like, there's Aladdin, Hercules, Beauty and the Beast, and The Lion King. They're like, I feel like they're the biggest hitters.
I'm gonna be honest with you here. I don't like The Lion King, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, or Cinderella.
I'm not a big fan of The Little Mermaid. That's probably my most controversial.
The Little Mermaid is just fucking messed up, man. If you
Yeah,
actually
it really is, isn't it?
If you take a minute to think about any of the old stories, Sleeping Beauty,
Yeah. Oh,
Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White, and Little Mermaid, they're just fucking messed up.
Can I just say
Yeah.
something that people
I feel-
don't really talk about all that often that
Mhm.
is a little bit creepy about the Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
Ariel's a bit of a stalker, isn't she?
Ariel's.
I don't know.
Is she?
Is she?
I haven't
In what-
seen it in years.
In
'cause-
what way she's with who? What, the prince?
Yeah.
Well, she fancies him, but that's like I feel like that's the least of that film's problems.
Yeah, I think it's more the fact that she comes out of the sea, she can't speak, and he's just sort of like...
Yeah, I'll bang you.
I'll-
You can't speak. You're
A
subservient.
woman
Sure.
who can't speak?
Yay!
My perfect
No,
person.
he doesn't go immediately.
They have no way of
No,
communicating.
it's like,
They basically just look at each other and just go, "Dang."
Yeah. He's like, I'll have sex with you. Sure, why not? You can't speak. You can't complain.
Yeah.
Great.
Jeez.
Everyone's perfect woman. Yeah. No, but Moana, insane animation. Like, that film is beautiful. Like, there are bits in that movie where I'm like,
Yeah.
is that real? That water looks fucking real.
Oh.
That crab.
That crap.
Alan Tudyk plays a chicken, right?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, he plays Hey Hey the
Someone actually
chicken.
they actually
Someone
got
voiced-
someone to act.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
She voiced the chicken, yeah.
And they paid
I
Alan
would-
Tudyk of all people, who's like a really professional voice actor.
Yeah, well, of
love-
course you do, because if you're gonna get someone to voice a chicken, then you've got to get the best of the
Like-
best.
I would love to just be paid to voice
Yeah,
chickens.
he probably didn't get paid loads though, did he?
No, I mean it was
still-
one day in a recording studio.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson is good. He's good as thingy, and he's also a really good singer.
Yeah.
Like You're Welcome is a fucking.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Banger of
Absolute
a
banger.
song.
It's a great soundtrack.
But also, it has my favorite Disney song, which is Shiny, which I love it. It's such a good song. The scene that it plays in is really fun, and it's like, and I love Jermaine.
For
He's
me,
great.
I mean, it is a good song, but
Jermaine
for me,
Clement.
it's the most skippable of all the Moana ones. I'm sorry, it is.
How dare you?
Hey, what?
just doesn't-
What?
How dare you skip a song?
It's
I
catchy
mean, I
as
don't
fuck.
skip it, but I'm saying it's
Sang
the
by a
most...
man who created a Bowie song.
True. I don't like some of the earlier ones.
This is Bowie back
Like-
to Bowie.
when they're in like the village. Well, no, I do like that. All the songs in that film are pretty good. I don't think there's one
They
that
are
I'm
good
like,
songs.
I don't like
I'm
this.
almost certainly going to
Like,
listen to the Moana
yeah,
soundtrack
the-
after this
yeah.
now. What's everyone's...
I feel like the standout song of Moana is You're Welcome.
Oh, it absolutely
Really?
is. It's the Let's
Yeah.
Go of Moana, yeah, 100%.
Oh, I disagree.
Which one do you think is
How
the?
far I'll go?
I don't remember.
It's all right, but it's. I
actually
think
don't
I think You're
remember.
Welcome is the one that everyone remembers. Personally, I mean, I could be wrong.
I don't actually remember. What was it?
How far I'll go?
I don't actually remember how that goes.
I'm not going to sing.
Go for it.
I'm
Sing
not
it.
gonna
Sing
sing
it. You have to now. I don't
No, I'm
remember
not gonna
either.
sing it,
I don't
I'm just
remember
gonna-
either.
What's everyone's favourite Disney love song?
The one in Aladdin.
A Whole New World.
Yeah.
That is the standard one.
It's
I think there's
so good.
the two most
My-
standard ones are
A
probably
whole new world.
one new fantastic point of view.
love it.
I think my
No one. No.
my favorite love song is from Tangled, but specifically the one in the bar where Flynn
Oh.
is talking about how much he loves money in that like 5 second
Yeah.
bit.
They
What's the other standard one apart from A Whole New World?
Lion
all-
King. Can you feel the love tonight? That's the two that
Can
people-
you feel the love tonight? Apparently, this might be wrong. In the new Lion King movie, the not live action one, but the one that looks real, when they sing that song, they sing it during the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's sung by Beyonce.
Can
isn't
you
it?
feel
Yeah.
the
Well, she
love
plays
today?
Nala or whatever.
Yeah, I've listened to it, but it's not. But the weird thing about Can You Feel the Love Tonight in the original Lion King, it's not sung by like anyone there. Like there's none of the lines are actually
Yeah, well,
singing.
a lot of the
It's
songs
just
aren't.
in the background.
A lot of the songs
It's
are in that
it's
movie.
sang by Zazu.
It's sang by what's
no,
his
not
name?
a lot of the songs.
Yeah,
What
a
other ones?
lot of the ones are done by the guy who did the main music, and he did the music for Brother Bear and stuff. I can't remember his name.
What?
No,
God,
because like
Brother
Hakuna
Bear.
Matata is sung by
I
them.
completely forgot
Can't
about
Wait to Be
Brother
King sung by them.
Yeah, I don't-
Circle of Life. To be fair, Circle of Life is.
I
sung
really
by
don't like that
background.
movie. I can't stand it.
No, my favourite Disney love song though is "I See the Light" from Tangled. I can't. It is a beautiful song.
I'm sure it's great. I literally haven't seen Tangled in a while. It's
I'm
one that I'd
sorry,
really like to
Jonathan,
watch.
but the pub song is better for all 5 seconds.
I like how you call it the pub song.
It is.
Are you guys? I watched Big Hero 6 recently. Me and Katie watched Moana, and then we watched Big Hero 6 recently. And I don't really like it that much. I'm not a
Really?
big fan of it. It's also got Alan
I've
Tudyk
only
in it.
seen it once.
Yeah,
so-
I've seen it twice now. Has Alan Tudyk in it, and he plays the one that you kind of think is going to be the villain, but isn't.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Wait, who?
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah, but I can't remember. Who that
You know,
is.
there's like the businessman who wants to buy his things.
Ah, Mr. Business, yes.
Yeah, Mr. Business, yeah. And then he does all those experiments and he kind of cuts corners and you're like, oh, he's the villain.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, it's the only other character in the movie, the Doctor. There's two possible villains and it's the Doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, spoilers for Big Hero
You
6.
ruined
I
Big Hero
apologize.
6!
Yeah. That movie's fine, but it's like
I enjoy it.
it's not great. Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad you like it. What about Wreck-It Ralph? Are you a fan of Wreck-It Ralph?
I didn't like Wreck-It Ralph as much as everyone else.
I hated Wreck-It Ralph. Oh my god. It's like, we get it. You've played a bunch of video games. Good for you.
Yeah.
I
Fucking-
no,
Tron is better.
Have you seen Pixels?
No, I haven't.
That'll...
In fact, yeah, we
That
as a
is-
group, we started watching Pixels. Do you not remember?
Did
Yeah, in
we?
third
stopped
year.
because it was horrendous.
Yeah, we watched the beginning
I
of it.
mean, I
It's
was drinking
trash.
heavily that night.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think, what did I just say? Wreck-It Ralph isn't good. Tron is a better Wreck-It Ralph. Even
Wait,
Tron.
the original Tron or
No,
Tron,
Tron Legacy. I don't like the original Tron.
Get out.
I'm the host,
You're
sorry.
off
You
this
can't tell me.
podcast.
Tron Legacy is great though.
Tron Legacy.
And there's that bit in with I think it's Michael Sheen when they're in the like bar and he's like hit the music and then you see like Daft Punk who did all the music and they're in the movie and they start playing it and then he's got that like gun that's a cane and he just starts shooting everyone. It's so weird. It's great. I love it.
Yeah,
And Jeff Bridges is really good.
The thing that's great about Tron Legacy is it's every nerdy teenage boy's dream where you go into a tech world
Yeah.
and you get to come out with your virtual girlfriend.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Your virtual
And
girlfriend comes to life and becomes your real life.
there's
girlfriend.
those dudes and they're like rectified and then they like push them off cliffs or whatever. I love it. It's great.
Also, Daft Punk's there.
Daft Punk are there, and the music for that film, Tron Legacy, is insane. By the way, this is a Disney movie, so it all counts.
Also, by the way,
Well, I think we've had...
Yeah.
also by the way, I feel like we should mention Daft Punk's there.
Yeah, Daft Punk
Daft
are
Punk
there.
there.
And Daft Punk are great. What's happened to Daft Punk?
They got trapped in Tron Legacy.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's
No,
what
they
they've been.
did Get Lucky in 2015 in that album, which I'm not a fan of.
Lucky.
That was the
I feel
last
like
thing they
that
did.
was older than 2015.
I think it was 2015. That's the last thing they did. Well, technically they had a resurgence when the French National Marching Band or whatever played Get Lucky for Donald Trump, so, you know. Anyway,
I'm digging it
Disney.
down.
Yeah, so Moana's my favourite. What's your favourite Disney movie?
Moana.
Moana? Your favourite Disney movie? I don't think you've said yet.
I think you did. I just can't remember.
Oh yeah, you said Princess and the Frog.
Well, if we're talking like princess movies.
Sure, but what's your favourite all-time Disney movie?
If we're talking animated, it's gotta be Hercules.
Okay, yeah. What about Pixar? What do we think about Pixar?
You know, funnily in my head, I was considering Hercules to be one of the princess movies. I mean, it's
There's
not,
no-
but
there's-
I put it in
we
like
can't
I
actually.
call them the princess movies because I don't.
It's got
know
Danny
how to
DeVito
find-
in it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why
It's
I
the
consider
perfect
her.
movie.
Thinking about it, there's no oh, it's the singing. That's why I consider
Well,
it
the
part
thing
of it.
is, it's
the
part
singing
of
could
the
just be
it's
like-
part of the Disney Renaissance. It's
Yeah.
that
Sure, yeah.
period of
When they
it.
stopped doing creepy films about women.
Oh my god! I just remembered one of my favorite Disney movies. I
Uh-huh.
can't believe
The
I
way you
forgot
said that, mate, by the way, makes it sound like it's the women being in the movies that make it creepy.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah. No, what we
it.
say.
Well, as we've established, Tom
Yeah.
likes looking at men. Sorry.
I love looking at men. Henry Cavill,
Badass.
dad ass.
That girl.
Yeah. Do you guys remember Oliver and Company?
No.
Is that the one about the mice?
No, it's more about the cat.
Oh, I thought it was.
Oh, I love.
The one that's a retelling of
Mm-hmm.
that one with Charles Dickens story with the
Oliver Twist.
Yeah.
How did you not remember that? Get off the cast, all right? You don't remember Oliver Twist. You're off. I love Aristocats. That's a good film. Aristocats is cute.
Honestly,
It's
no
fun.
Mr. Cat
It's
in
cute.
well over a decade.
Well, you're old.
What, for being over 10?
Yeah. Anyone over 10? Basically dead, all right?
Jeez.
Basically dead. You've lost your life at that point.
Well,
If you haven't had a good time before 10, too bad. Because
What,
now's the
ever?
worst part of your life. The rest of your life, shit. All right. Anyway, just venting out some problems. of mine.
Some encouraging
Do
words from
are we fans of Pixar? Favorite
Yeah.
Pixar movie?
Oh, God.
Toy Story 3. No question. Oh, maybe Inside Out. One of those two.
Up.
I hate Up.
Fuck
Do you
you.
know what? You asked me that question and suddenly I realised I'm not a big fan of Pixar as I thought I was.
Yeah, fair.
Incredibles, maybe, first one?
Incredibles is pretty good. Least favorite Pixar movie? Toy Story 4 on principle. I haven't seen it.
Planes.
No,
I haven't
probably
seen it.
Incredibles
Yeah,
2.
they've got a lot of just mediocre stuff
Yeah,
as well.
probably,
Cars 2 or something like that, probably. I
Um,
haven't seen them all. I haven't seen
Incredibles
them
2, I think, was my least favorite. Didn't like it.
Planes.
Was that them or was that Disney? You see, I know they did Cars, but I don't know if they did Planes. I think Disney did Planes as a kind of like.
Planes feels like a knockoff film, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a weird one, Planes.
I just managed to misspell the word planes. It's got Planes has a 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb and a 39% on Metacritic and 25% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Who made it?
Me.
I
did.
Information.
DreamWorks.
Sony.
Wait, we shouldn't just sit here and wait for Jonathan. We need to keep the conversation going.
We gotta make it.
It's produced by Disney Toon Studios and released by Walt Disney Pictures. It's a spin-off of Pixar's Cars franchise.
Yeah, it's not a Pixar movie
It's
then.
not a Pixar movie.
Yeah. So what did you?
Cars 2.
Yeah, what did you say was your favorite Pixar?
Favorite Pixar was Up.
Oh yeah, Up. Yeah.
Or Wall-E.
Oh, Wall-E is
Wall-E.
really good. Wall-E is exceptionally good movie.
Hang on, I'm googling.
I'm
Pixar
basically
movies so I can
picking all the Pixar movies that can make me cry.
What about Ratatouille? That's also good.
Ratatouille just doesn't do it for me. And
Really?
It's a good movie, but it just doesn't do
Yeah,
it for
fair.
me like the way Wall-E and Up.
Yeah, fair.
Oh, Coco. It might be
Coco, yes, no, yeah, putting Coco on.
Yeah, Coco. I think it might have to be Coco for
yeah,
me.
it's Coco. It's Coco.
I haven't seen it, and I
You fool!
don't want to. It looks shit.
Get out. It's better than Moana.
Hey.
Unpopular opinion, it was the best animated movie.
Did anyone ever see The Good
that
Dinosaur?
Nope.
Nope.
But that was one that didn't make much money.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That was the sort of one that made
on
people
being
go,
a
"Oh,
dinosaur,
Pixar
really."
can make mediocre films."
No, Cars 2 came out before that.
No, but like completely, there aren't sequels.
Brave. Oh.
Brave was alright.
Did somebody just say Brave? I heard Brave.
Brave?
Everyone dislikes Brave? Are we all in agreement? Okay.
I don't dislike Brave, but
I didn't.
So we're all saying that Toy Story 4 is the worst Pixar movie.
Would you?
Is that what we're saying?
You
Toy
had
Story
the
4 is
chance
the
to
worst
change your
Pixar movie? Yeah.
No,
Wait, I'm gonna do an own impression.
Yeah. Alright.
Here's a Jonathan impression. Yeah. Right.
What? What was that?
Right, there we go. Do you want to talk about Disney Plus and get off your phone?
Sorry.
You,
Yeah.
you
I'm not that sorry.
smelly dog.
Nice.
Thank you. Do you want to?
That was real nice.
Do you want to talk about?
Tom,
Because
I
we've
know.
still got what we
I'm
read
sorry,
in
I
after
don't know if I
this.
can talk anymore. I'm
God.
too devastated by that.
Do you want to talk about? Because we got what we read in. So do you want to talk about Disney Plus real quick?
Yeah, I can talk about Disney Plus. It's not out until in the UK until March.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's fun.
I'm actually disgusted.
Apparently it's really buggy and like broken
Yeah.
and stuff.
Can I just say I don't promote pirating.
But none of us would ever pirate. Nor have
None
we
of
ever
us
pirated.
have or will ever pirate because it is illegal and illegal things are bad. However, Disney have a lot of money. And
Yeah.
if you want to see those shows
I read an article about
before March, then you shouldn't,
If you
but
want,
you technically could
if you
just
want
pirate
to watch
them.
The Mandalorian without the entire series being spoiled for you,
Yeah, beforehand.
you're gonna have to find a way.
Here's
to
the thing,
You're
right?
either going to have to move country.
Yeah.
Get a
Or
Or get a
do
VPN.
bad
Get a
things.
VPN.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Will that work with Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works with Hulu.
Fair enough.
Boys with Netflix.
Yeah, but you can get Netflix here.
But then you still have to pay.
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, I read an article about. I think we talked about this
Are
last
you
episode.
suggesting doing something illegal?
Never.
You should pay. You should support your local creators, like Jon
Local-
Favreau.
Like Disney.
Jon Favreau, the local creator.
I think John Favreau's doing just fine. With,
Yeah,
with his
he is.
Dis-
He
money
did
from
Lion
Disney.
King. Yeah.
Isn't John Favreau just working for Disney now?
Yes, which is a shame.
I
But there
didn't
you go.
even realise
Well, he also had that
that-
food travel program, which was pretty
Chef,
cool.
based on his movie Chef.
yeah.
Yes.
It was good actually.
Variety did an article about the different streaming services. I think we talked about this last time, but they were like, if you wanted to have every streaming service, it would be like £60 a month.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's insane. And also, what I hate is just have one. There isn't one streaming service that has everything that you could want.
Yeah, I mean, technically that'll be a monopoly of the market, and that can lead to bad things.
Yes, I agree, but it's like I don't want to have to pay $5.99 for Disney Plus, $11.99 for Netflix, and like £40 a year for Amazon Prime.
Yeah, no,
just
I
to be able to
it.
get a good
But also, if
balance
one,
of stuff.
I mean, imagine if one company had control of all of the media.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it's
Like
You mean
that.
like Disney has?
yeah, pretty much like Disney owns every popular franchise.
Well, I mean, not yet. They're getting there.
Give them a couple more years.
Give them
don't
5
worry,
years.
Sam,
They'll have bought
you won't have to worry
Universal.
about
They'll have
subscriptions.
bought
Disney will
Paramount.
buy Netflix.
Disney will buy Netflix.
They might. I mean,
But are we gonna? I think we said last week, but I can't remember. But are we gonna get Disney Plus? Are you guys wanting to get Disney Plus? Not us as a group, but are you individually gonna get Disney Plus?
I'm probably gonna hold off until some more things come out.
Sure. Because I mean, I guess by that point, if you've which we don't condone, but if you have illegally watched The Mandalorian,
Yeah.
then what's the point of getting Disney Plus? Like by that point, the show that you wanted to use it for is done. You've seen it.
Yeah, and here's the thing: like a lot of the stuff that is, on Disney Plus at release, I've already got on DVD or
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, innit?
So
Yeah.
I've got no incentive to buy it straight away until some
There's
more stuff
also,
comes out.
of course, the Marvel film, the Marvel TV series that are coming.
Yeah, they're releasing a bunch of stuff exclusively.
There's a
on
lot of Marvel stuff that they're all putting.
I
Disney
think
Plus.
they're overstretching with the Marvel stuff.
I know. I think they're going to shoot themselves in the foot.
I think they're
because
going to burn themselves.
Do you think they're going to
because
lose money?
I think they're going. I think the people
I don't
who
think they're going to lose.
the people
money.
who won't get
Yeah.
Disney Plus but watch the Marvel films might end up stopping watching the Marvel films just because they feel overwhelmed
Yeah.
by the amount of just.
You've also got to
stuff.
have an advertising campaign on the same level as an advertising campaign for something like Avengers Endgame. But you're spending less money on making like Marvel shows. So you're going to end up spending like more than double your budget on advertising. Because otherwise people aren't going to know they're there and they're going to end up missing out
And
on
the
shit.
thing is, a lot of the quality stuff from Marvel has been because they've had a very tight, close knit sort of production team that
Yeah,
have overseen
sure.
multiple films together, and they're going to be spreading that team very thin.
Yeah.
Marvel has always had a sort of very set tone to their films.
Yeah.
Like, which varies sort of sometimes. I mean, sometimes it goes too wrong and you get Thor Dark World.
Yeah.
But, like, they sort of very... Like, a Marvel film feels like a Marvel film. Presumably, they're going to want to keep that for the TV series.
Sure, yeah.
Which, it's going to be difficult.
I feel like Marvel are just like, we always have to be better than DC. What are DC doing mainly? TV. Let's
Yeah.
beat them at that. Because it's like,
I mean, they have so much money now, they can just overwhelm everything.
one of the things that annoys me a lot though is that it's making cinema essentially a means to an end. Like Netflix use cinema because otherwise they can't put their films like for Oscars or into Cannes. Like it has to be in the cinema for at least 2 weeks, I think, in order to be nominated. And like Disney Plus are now essentially gonna transfer their big Marvel properties onto this TV.
Well, yeah, it's got to come out of cinemas and then.
And the only reason they're going to release movies into cinema is to make a shit ton of money. It's like cinema is no longer as important. Like, I don't think it's going to die.
Do you think Disney Plus will actually hurt ticket sales in cinemas?
No. Because people are still going to go to the cinema to see movies like Star Wars and Endgame and all that. They're still going to go see those big movies.
Even if they know it's going to come out on Disney Plus.
Well, that's the thing that they've got to obviously not release them at the same time, for one. Release the cinema one and then release it onto Disney Plus later.
Yeah. You need then go and.
But I think their plan, right? I think their plan is to make supplementary material on Disney Plus and then release the big film in cinema. So it's like you won't really know what's going on in the movie in the cinema if you haven't seen the stuff on Disney Plus.
Well, I think that's the worst thing about.
That's what's so
that's
shit
the thing
about
that's
it.
going to
Yeah.
make people.
The thing is, they're doing that with a lot of stuff now. Because I know we've said, oh, we're never going to talk about Star Wars, but a lot of like for the lead up to the new film this year, they've made a load of supplementary material for that is required to understand the next movie coming up.
Oh, fair. I'm not going to read it.
Wait,
No, you're not. I'm not.
How much
They've-
so?
One book, two comics, one young adult book. So it's one adult book, one young adult book, two comics, three like teen child books, and I think like an anthology thing. I'm not too sure about the anthology thing, but yeah, apparently all of that is supposed to be supplementary material to sort of understand where the
I
film
can't
is.
imagine all you're going to need all that to understand.
I feel like you're going to be able to
I
go
mean,
in and get it.
I think you're going to be able to go in without reading.
I think with Star Wars. I think you're going to be able to go in and get it all right. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't. I mean, I imagine if you want to understand the entire world perfectly.
Yeah.
But
sure. But they've been doing that in Star Wars for ages.
What I'm guessing is that you probably want to read all of that to understand how the Resistance goes from about 6 people on a single ship to something that can actually fight.
That's
fair.
sure.
But like that stuff isn't all that important to me. As long as the movie's fine, then that's all.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how the first the original.
They've been doing that for ages. It's like additional extended universe and stuff.
Of sort of gaps and stuff that.
I mean, arguably that was afterwards, but.
I mean, they did it mainly with the opening crawls, didn't they?
Sure,
to fill in the gaps between the films.
Unfortunately, the opening crawls of the new movies don't make much sense.
Well, they just repeat what happened in the last movie, don't they?
Isn't because the opening crawl of The Empire Strikes Back is basically giving all the context for the whole beginning of how they got from the end of A New Hope to there.
Sure,
like it's
probably,
a lot of and then between that and Return of the Jedi, Luke basically becomes a Jedi Master essentially.
Yeah.
Like there is Star Wars does have a bit of a history of leaving gaps between the films where a lot of stuff happens.
Yeah. Anyway, Disney Plus. I can't remember what we're talking about now. Disney Plus, yay or nay?
I mean, nay.
Horse or Norse?
No.
What about a Norse horse?
Norse horse or horse Norse?
Can we just go back to putting things on TV?
No.
Nah, TV's dead, man. I think TV is pretty much dead.
No, we can't. We don't have a TV license.
Yeah, we don't have a TV license.
Yeah,
It wouldn't help us.
Catch up.
Everyone ready for everyone ready for our favourite segment because we this has been the most unorganised.
We've been here for 2 hours now.
I'm pretty sure.
Please don't tell me.
Let's have a look.
It's getting there.
Yeah, it's an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay, let's do a quick fire.
That's the length of the last podcast.
I think our longest is an hour and 47. I think. But yes, no, you're right. One of our last ones.
Let's do a quick fire.
It doesn't have to be quick fire. You feel free to take as long as you want.
I need a piss.
You can go to the loo. I can pause it.
No. We've got this phone. Zero pause.
Well, why don't you go to the loo while me and
No.
Jonathan talk about our stuff and then you can talk
it's
about your
fine.
stuff.
Let's go.
Okay. What have you been up to? Well, no, I have to introduce it.
Yeah.
Are you ready for what are we
Everyone's favourite.
reading / playing / watching / listening to, and what are we gonna play / watch / read / listen to?
I just love how much you hate that title.
Yeah, it's a great title. Welcome everyone to the best segment of the show that I'm almost certain nobody listens to because it's at the very end.
Yeah, I think that at this point people
Katie does. I know Katie listens to the whole thing, but
I'm pretty sure most people have tuned out by now. So this is a.
Oh, by the way, can I just say, right? I got ingredients to make a pizza, and I'm so excited to make it. Right, I don't know. I was just.
Is this part of your?
Are you getting hungry?
We're adding.
Is it getting
We're
to that point
adding.
of the
What are we
day?
gonna play / read / watch / listen / cook?
In the next day.
Anyway, sorry. Moving on.
No, that's your segment.
No, I've got stuff to say. Jonathan, have you been watching, reading, listening to? You said you wanted to talk about the podcast.
Yeah, I decided because I won't be doing anything else, but I talk about the 2 podcasts that I listen to.
Uh-huh.
Because they are both very interesting podcasts that come out weekly. The first one
is the Weekly Planet.
Yeah. Shout out to Weekly Planet.
Shout out to Weekly Planet.
The first one is called My Brother and Me.
Yes.
Yes.
You know it. I know it.
Do you listen to it?
Yes.
Tell me about it. What is it?
They also did a TV show.
Yeah, I know, and then it didn't it end after 7 episodes or something?
Yeah.
Are they on anywhere that you can watch them?
YouTube.
Fair enough.
Tell me about it. What is this podcast?
Basically, it's a advice show.
Mm-hmm.
For the modern era.
The modern.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically 3 brothers.
A glorious story of 3 brothers.
Yeah, they take questions from Yahoo Answers and things that people send in, and then
okay, cool.
And then they give them.
That sounds really interesting. I might look into that.
Yeah,
it's
very good.
What was it
for a second?
My brother,
what was it called?
My Brother and Me.
Okay, I'll see if it's on Castbox.
Yeah, I think it is.
Cool.
Oh, no,
they've also, if you can't find it, they also have a YouTube channel with a massive backlog.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just Google the McElroy brothers.
Yeah, we'll do. What's the other one that you've been
The other
listening?
one is called My Dad Wrote a Porno.
Yes.
Right, I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's basically this dude's dad wrote a porn book.
Right.
And
that's it.
And it's him and 2 of his friends doing a reading of it.
But surely that can't last for that long.
Oh no, because he wrote loads of them.
Oh, okay.
They're on the 5th book at this point.
Oh, right.
Like each episode is a chapter of the book.
Do they
and
just
it's just so funny.
Do they just read it, or do they like add comment?
Oh no, they all they comment on it.
Oh, okay, right. So it's not just literally them.
It's not well written.
Okay.
But it's.
Is the dad on the podcast at any point?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hiding in shame.
No, because he loves it. This is the thing that they keep mentioning, that he loves the fact that they're... Like, he doesn't get why people find it funny, but he loves the fact that it's become such a big thing.
Sure,
and
cool.
that he now thinks of himself as this sort of, like, famous star. Because,
Nice.
You know, sort of like the...
Yeah.
But it's... There's a bit... One funny bit that I remember from the beginning of this book, just for context. So the main character, basically... There's essentially a terrorist attack and an explosion.
Right. Oh God! What?
And the main character,
what sort of
the main
porno
character,
is this?
literally, tell me about it. Genuinely, dies for a second, goes to heaven, sees loads of famous people, including what's his name? Dude from Mary Poppins.
Oh, Dick Van Dyke?
He's
not dead.
Who is not dead?
He's not dead.
And then she comes back to Earth, and then it's just really stupid and really funny.
Cool. And you've been reading The Long Halloween as well.
I have. I'm not far into it.
Okay.
But it's very well written, and it's very interestingly drawn.
Well, if you finish it by next week, we can talk about that.
I can give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'm still reading The Witcher as well.
Cool.
I think we'll have to have another Witcher discussion after the TV series comes out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you can finish reading it by next week, we can talk about it in our...
I will give it a shot.
Cool.
But I'm also going to be very busy. So.
Yeah. I mean, don't worry about it. Owen.
What?
Well, House of Cards. Is that everything you've been doing?
I think so. I can't think of anything else.
All right, I've been playing Judgment. That's one of the main games I've been playing. I can't remember if I talked about it last week or not, but I've been playing Judgment, and Judgment's really good. I highly recommend it for anyone who is a fan of the Phoenix Wright series, if you ever played those games, or the Yakuza series, if you or like Shenmue and stuff.
You just reminded me some quick Yakuza news.
Oh yeah.
3. You know, you were talking about Game Pass earlier. 3 of the Yakuza games are coming to Game Pass.
Oh yeah. I think I said, and others. I just included the ones I felt you guys would know the most. I assumed you guys weren't.
How
that
dare
familiar
you not
with.
include Yakuza? Damn.
So I've been playing Judgment, but the main thing I've been doing is I've been playing Farming Simulator Nintendo Switch Edition. All right. Now here's the thing about Farming Simulator. That game fucking sucks, but it's so good. It's such a good game. Like, at wasting your time.
Oh
like,
yeah, it's a massive time.
Here's the thing: I don't have enough time to put my time.
I have too much time.
Do you want to do some of my degree?
I'd love to do some of your degree, but I'm not going to because I will fail it. I apologize. No, the thing is, I have loads of work to do. I just don't do them, and I'd spend.
Oh right, so it's not that you have free
No,
time.
I don't have any free time. I just change the time that I should be doing work into free time. But my
How's
biggest...
the master's going, Tom? How's it going?
No, great. My biggest issue with Farming Simulator, and you're probably going to think, what a weird thing to say about Farming Simulator, but you can't do anything other than farm. And this is my biggest problem. Because the thing is, right, so you spend the day farming,
What
right?
about that bit near the end when the aliens invade?
Oh, that's true, yeah, I did, and then it turns into first person shit, yeah.
Spoilers!
So
And then
you
you
farm.
have to use your farm as defences, and it sort of really ups the gameplay.
Yeah,
Are you
it's
telling
really
me
good, it's
that
really good.
Farming Simulator is actually a sequel prequel to Plants vs Zombies?
Fortnite. What?
Plants vs Zombies.
Fortnite? Is that what we said?
Plants vs Zombies.
Fortnite. That's got a new game, Fortnite. Plants vs.
Plants
Zombies.
vs Zombies.
So basically, you spend the day farming, and time can go as fast or as quick as you want, but I've got it on one of the slower settings. And then when it gets to night time, I'm like, okay, you sleep or whatever. But there's no option to sleep, so you just have to sit there waiting for night to pass, right? And you have to speed up the game.
Really?
Yeah. There's no like fishing or like bars or anything like that you can go visit and like dick around spending time on. It's like if they added a couple of mini games that you could do like after you finish farming for the day, like that would have been so much fun. But they don't. I've been playing Farming Simulator. I care too much about Farming Simulator, if I'm being honest with you. But there you go. What am I gonna play?
I miss video games.
Yeah, me too. I miss enjoying video games anyway.
It was by far. I'm sorry, that was an accident.
I'm going to play Pine, which we talked about a bit earlier. I'm also going to play Decay of Logos, which actually came out on the Switch and then was immediately taken off the Switch because it got hugely panned for bugs and glitches, and then that was in August, and now they're finally re-releasing it in November. I forgot what month it was.
I mean, props to them for working on the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean-
Again, a small indie company. It's Dark Souls like, so you rest at campfires and all that, and it's kind of like open-ish world. You've got like
find it
connecting.
interesting when people compare things to Dark Souls, exactly the different things they described, because it's often very different. Like people often say the combat, but then people often say like just random gameplay elements, like
Yeah, no, sure.
campfires.
Well, that's one. I don't know why that's become widely
Checkpoints.
popular. Yeah.
It's
No,
like they didn't invent
one
checkpoints.
of the things that it does, which I think Dark Souls is quite well known for, and a lot of Metroidvania is like having areas you can't access straight away that you then need to get
Yeah.
something to then access.
I think that's
that Jedi Fallen
the-
Jedi or whatever.
yeah,
that does
the-
that.
Jedi Fallen Jedi.
the From Software games. What they do actually very well is that sort of level design, where you sort of where the world doesn't feel like you're just walking down. You
Yeah,
sort of
sure,
go
yeah,
around
yeah,
and
yeah,
find
yeah.
like secret passageways, and then they do some very clever
Yeah,
level design.
sure.
Like in Bloodborne, how you get to the first I don't know what they call it in Bloodborne. We'll call it a bonfire because I can't remember what
Sure.
it's called. And then
It's
you don't get yes, that's it, lantern, and then you do get other ones, but like to get to the second boss, you basically the quickest way to get to it is actually from the first one again, because you open a gate, and you
Right,
just
sure.
go through there, and
Yeah. That's really cool.
then you get there quicker, and then sort of like it's nice to that they just didn't just put you just walking down
Yeah.
a set path, and every now and then they'll give you a checkpoint, and then you just keep going from checkpoint to checkpoint.
Cool.
Really, you actually double back and use earlier ones.
I do like that kind of like looping kind of
Yeah.
world design. That's really cool.
It makes
And-
you feel like you're actually in a place.
Yeah, sure. I've kind of gotten sick of like open worlds. I
Yeah.
need some sort of linearity to it where I can like be guided,
Yeah.
but feel like I'm in an open space that's real. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another game that I'm looking forward to, which came out a long time ago. Well, no, I think last year or so. It's made
Skyrim.
by Skyrim. Yeah, I'm paying £50 for it again. It's called Where Water Turns to Wine, and it's an indie game. It's made by one dude, and he kind of hired like voice actors and this Sting, the band. I'm pretty sure the lead singer of that voice acts in it. Anyway, whatever. It basically he got like all these artists and stuff to do it, and he couldn't really pay them. And then when it got launched, it did terribly. And he's releasing it on the Switch, and it actually sounds really cool. You kind of explore this like Depression era America, and you like meet people, and then they tell you stories, and then
That's cool.
other people like want you to tell them a story, so you kind of incorporate other people's stories, and then you kind of use it as like a currency to like buy stories of other people. So it's kind of like a storytelling
That wasn't me.
and sharing game, which sounds really dope, and I'm excited for that. Oh wait,
Sometimes
Put the
I
cards
say
away.
things on this, and I'm like, people on the podcast are going, Owen's trying to make a tower of cards
Yeah.
and keep falling down.
Owen, what have you been playing /
Well,
watching / reading /
I've been
listening to?
playing / watching / reading / cooking.
Yeah, new segment, cooking segment.
Cooking with Owen.
Yeah, what have you been watching or
What
doing?
have I been watching?
Not specifically watching, just what have you... Well, you've been watching The Mandalorian.
I have been.
No, sorry, you haven't been watching
Well,
The
no,
Mandalorian.
that's not true. Actually, I've only seen the first episode. I haven't...
No, you haven't seen the first
Sorry,
episode,
no, I
Owen.
haven't seen any.
If you were to watch it though, what would you think?
I think it's very good. Star Wars is on the rise again, my friends.
In your opinion, when you haven't seen it, yeah.
In my opinion, when I haven't seen it, but I've got something a bit of an out there one that
Okay,
I
sure.
just finished watching.
Mhm.
It's a little known movie called School of Rock.
Oh, God.
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
Using
so-
my jokes now.
I recently went to London
Uh-huh.
with family.
Yeah.
Shout out to family if they're watching.
Oh, you went to Harry Potter Studios.
We did.
I'm stalking your Facebook, by the way.
How dare you? Well, you're stalking my mum's.
Yeah. Well, no, it came up on my feed, and I was like, that's where Owen is. I didn't realize I was all alone in the house, but there you go, I was. Anyway, yeah.
And we decided to do
Give
my
him.
cards no.
Thank you. You decided to.
Yeah, we decided to go watch a play.
Oh yeah.
And we ended up watching School of Rock.
Cool. Was that any good?
Yeah.
How was Jack Black?
Yeah, Jack Black wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't make it.
Right. Sure.
But no, he gave me his number later though.
But he couldn't make it, but he somehow gave you his number.
Yeah, well, he just texted me it.
Sure. Cool. And that was good though. You enjoyed
Yeah,
that?
no, I definitely recommend it to to anyone to go see that as a play. So don't go expecting any highbrow, philosophical,
Sure.
deep commentary about society.
Uh-huh.
Just go for a good old goofy time.
Sure. Yeah, fair
with
enough.
some shockingly talented kids.
Well, they generally are when it comes to plays. Less so when it comes to movies. Especially that girl in Logan.
No, she's good. Shut up.
No. When she speaks, not a fan.
Yeah, she only speaks twice.
Keep
though,
all
it's fine.
women silent is what I say.
Oh,
Editing that
God.
bit
Your
out.
girlfriend watches this.
It's at the end of the podcast. Nobody gets this point. Cool, but
so I decided to watch the movie as well, and the movie is very good.
cool. Yeah, the movie is great. Do you know who directed it?
Me.
No, Richard Linklater. Do you know what else Richard Linklater did?
Tell.
He did Boyhood, which is a movie that took 13 years to make because it stars the same kids when they're young and when they're old, and he filmed it over the course of their life.
Hey.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I think his daughter's in it as well.
Did he do anything else?
Yeah, he's done loads of stuff. He did Slackers and recently did Last Flag Flying. He did an 80s one called it's like They Always Love It or something like that. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah, he's done a bunch of movies. He's kind of like a bit of like Slackers is I think one of the ones he's like most known for because basically what it is like it follows him at the beginning and he gets into a taxi and then when he gets out of the taxi like someone who walks past him and then the camera starts following that person and then it like changes who like the next person who walks by it then follows them and so you kind of get to see another one that he did that was really big was Dazed and Confused with Matthew McConaughey in it if you've seen that. That's really good. And he basically makes a lot of these kind of like stoner kind of like
stoner comedies.
Yeah, but not like fucking Pineapple Express bullshit. Like his movies are actually really cool, and he's recently become a bit more like self-reflective and insightful. So he's a good director. Check out his movies.
Much like Jack Black.
No, Jack Black was in House with its Cock and Its Balls or whatever. I actually watched that with my sister. We watched House with a Cock and Its Balls, and then afterwards
Are you sure you were watching the right movie or not?
No, watching the porn version.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We watched that, and then afterwards.
You did go into CEX and look up.
The adult section. Which is so weird that they have that. Anyway, we watched that. Yeah, they have a porn section.
Yeah. I know. It's either completely full or completely empty.
Yeah. We watched that, and then we watched a movie called The Last Guest. You heard of The Last Guest?
It rings a bell.
Probably not, because it's a Roblox movie made entirely inside of Roblox. Which movie do you think we thought was better? House with the Cock and Its Balls or the Roblox movie?
I mean, given the question that you just asked, probably Roblox.
It was fucking good. Like, obviously, it's made inside Roblox, so no
Is
no
it kind
cards
of
for you.
like Red versus Blue?
No, it's like it's a serious movie, like it's this action movie set and about it's porno, it's Roblox porno. No, it's about like this facet of the game about the fact that I think in at some point they got rid of like guests, so you had to. I don't know. I don't care about Roblox.
Nobody.
But the movie is actually really good, and it was like we went in to watch House with the Cock and Its Balls, kind of expecting this like. It would be bad, but like it had Jack Black in it and Cate Blanchett, so it can't be that bad. And it was fucking awful, and we were laughing the whole way through because of how bad it was. And we watched The Last Guest expecting another bad movie, and we were like, this is fucking good. And I'm not kidding you when I say there were moments when me and my sister were sat there like on the edge of our seats like, oh fuck, it's getting serious, boys. It was really good. I highly recommend The Last Guest for anyone out there who wants to watch a really good movie. It sounds dumb.
Where can you find this movie?
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Because somehow you can get anything on Amazon Prime. So I don't know how it got on. And when we finished it, we were like, we want to watch more of these. Where the fuck? Where can we watch more of these movies? It was good. Don't watch A House with a Cock and Its Balls or its non-porn counterpart, A House with a Clock and Its Walls. Because
Jack Black's in both, by the way.
He is, yeah. He's a good guy. He agreed to star in both. Neither of them are good. The porn version or the real version.
The weird thing is, in the porn version, Jack Black actually plays Cate Blanchett's character.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. It's like it's a trans porn. It's.
He also plays himself.
Yeah, he plays both. Yeah. He has sex with himself. There's some camera trickery in there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Seems a bit masturbatory on his behalf.
Yeah, but
he's Jack Black.
He deserves it. Yeah. Or I think the main issue, I like Jack Black, right? But he basically plays Jack Black in that movie. Yeah. He's like this super quirky. I play the trumpet really late at night.
Jack Black
Jack Black.
Yeah.
His brother.
Jack Black does tend to play Jack Black in movies. He did
I just think if he took a dentist
role in Jumanji, but that was more
No, even in
comical.
Jumanji, it's still that kind of like, oh, I'm really quirky and silly, and I don't really understand what's going on.
Yeah.
I like Jumanji though. Don't get me wrong. I like the new Jumanji movie. I thought it was really good, and it stars Rhys Darby of Flight of the Conchords fame. So there you go. He's the guy who goes, "Welcome to Jumanji." That guy. That's Rhys
I
Darby.
haven't watched Jumanji.
The new one's pretty good. I haven't seen the old one. Or I have, but I didn't like it. I can't remember. But Zathura is the true Jumanji. Let's be honest.
That's yeah.
But no, the new Jumanji is pretty good. I'm not excited for this second one though. Maybe we can do a Jumanji themed episode.
Yeah.
What else is coming out in November? How much do we have to talk about?
Yeah, let's just talk about Jumanji next episode.
Jumanji.
We need to think of a theme.
I just want the next Assassin's Creed to come out so we can have an Assassin's Creed based episode.
Yeah, well,
actually, no.
any kind of news about Assassin's Creed really.
Actually, no. We need to do one before it's revealed what the next one's going to be. So
we do, yes. We
can
can kind of
do.
speculate. Yeah.
Because Assassin's Creed speculation is the best part.
We will do that. Well, when Owen's back, we can do that.
And then we're just wrong. Although to be fair, actually, we need to do it a good deal before E3 because there's the time before E3 when it's revealed.
Sure.
Then there's the bit just before E3 when it's leaked.
Mhm.
So we've got to make sure we get. We know it. I guess.
Next Tuesday, obviously, Owen's gone, and we'll talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
The week after.
I'm hurt that you're talking about.
The week after Owen's here.
It's for the best. It's best for us.
Let me get my calendar up because I'm trying to figure out because I really want to do this Christmassy kind of episode because I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Should we invent some Christmassy podcast games?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I want to talk about our like favorite Christmas episodes or games or like bits in games. I think that could be really fun. So we've got how many more Tuesdays? We've got one next week with where Owen's gone. There's the 3rd, which is the week after.
I think I'm going for it.
And then there's the 10th, and then after that I'm going home. So the 10th of December is the last Tuesday that I'm going to be here. Does that work for you guys as a Christmas episode?
I think so.
I mean, we can see. Why are we planning this on the podcast?
Yeah.
Anyway, look, I think
I was gonna say. But,
yeah, that's how we roll. We plan what we're gonna have for tea. We plan where we're gonna go shop. We do it on the podcast.
Yeah.
We're doing What you listeners don't know is we actually record this podcast 24/7. I just edit the best bits together.
Yeah, these are the best bits.
Yeah, this is the best bit.
24
Ever.
hours. We can only
No. We record it every day, and then I record the whole week.
We
edit
sit
down.
here.
Yeah.
This is all we do.
Yeah. This is all we do. We just talk about Frozen for 24 hours.
Yeah.
I think that's
Out of
everything.
24 hours, we can only get about an hour's worth of decent content.
Well, specifically on Frozen, we've got in about 2 minutes. I think that's everything. Oh, there's all these episodes are now on YouTube. So if you've watched this point, I should have brought this up at the beginning of the episode. I don't know why I didn't. Feel free. I'm gonna put it on the Facebook post. But yeah, all these episodes are on YouTube.
Have we got the Twitter set up yet?
We haven't. That's Jonathan's job. Please set up the Twitter.
That's
you have
fine,
the email. You have the password.
Do I
You have-
I've given you. Well, you have the email. You can make up a new password. I've given you the
You've
email.
also got the name of the podcast now.
Is it on the group chat?
Yeah, the email is. Oh, I'm not going to say.
Oh,
it
yeah,
this.
it is.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So you all have access to the YouTube channel as well if you want to access that.
I am so going to put my pornos on.
Please do. I think that's
What do you
everything.
mean, please?
Anyone?
Oh no, Tom. No.
Anyone have anything else they want to say? We'll miss Owen, obviously. Oh, by the way, I think it's fair to say we're not doing this Terminator episode that we've been saying we're gonna do for the past like 3 weeks.
Well, Dark Fate was rubbish.
Dark Fate's been and gone. We're not doing.
Yeah,
it.
we've missed the window for that one.
I think we're gonna try and remain topical.
Quite honestly, Dark Fate was so inconsequential of a movie that it's just there's no. I don't feel like we could have
Poor
something interesting.
Arnie. He was just trying his best, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, I mean we love Arnie.
We love Arnie. Let's get Arnie on the cast. I'll ring him now. One sec. I don't know. I'm not doing a bit. It's too late now.
Yeah, I know. I was
We're 2 hours
really
in.
to see where you'd be asked to go.
Yeah, I
with
know. It's just I would have done it an hour ago, but I'm not doing. Oh, thank you for this sync clap.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd take a long time to get to this point, but because there's no such thing as just scrolling over the audio. You have to listen to it the entire way through until you get to the clap, and then you can edit.
Yeah.
That's how it works. That's how audio editing works.
It's
For all you aspiring audio editors, of which I'm sure there are many, that's how it works. Please share this if you want. Look, I put that on my previous Facebook post. Nobody shared apart from Owen. Thank you, Owen, by the way.
Did you share the last one?
Yeah, Owen shared it. He got one comment on his post and no likes. And the comment was just from his mate saying, "Where's our podcast?"
Oh.
So
it wasn't even being like...
The only person who gets any likes is you. When
yeah,
you
but
share.
like, I get likes from like my mum and my grandma. And
Yes, that's our viewer base.
yeah,
that's
but
what we want.
God, I hope my grandma hasn't listened to this. I'm not gonna lie, so she liked it, and I'm just like, I hope she just likes.
She liked it?
Likes everything. Yeah, my grandma liked it.
Oh, yes! Shout out to
I
Jonathan's
think-
grandma.
I
What's her
think-
name?
Mary.
Oh yeah, it's
Shout
Mary
out
and
to
Joseph.
Mary.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Shout out to Mary. Thank you for listening, Mary.
I think we need to change some of our content and just sort of skew it towards Mary now.
What should we do a knitting cast?
Yeah.
My grandma does a knit.
What does your grandma do?
She watches crime videos on TV.
Crime cast.
shows
Oh
on TV.
yes, real
and
crime.
she plays a match 3 game on a tablet with my
We'll
mum.
mix them together. Crime, more like.
We're going to murder the makers of match 3 games.
Do you want a theme song? I don't know what's going with that. It's catchy though.
Anyway, I think we should wrap up
Yeah.
for tonight.
So
Yes, please.
next episode will be
Very
the
tired.
crime cast for Mary exclusively, and we're gonna
Shout
tag
out to
her
Mary
in it.
Lauder.
Tag Mary Lauder in all your posts, please.
Hugs and kisses, Mary.
Yeah. Thank you, Mary, for listening.
Call me.
Is that everything, boys and girls? Our fourth member, who's a woman, who can't speak because she's lost her voice.
Yeah.
Ariel.
Jesus Christ.
Ariel, you want to say bye? Oh, I forgot you can't speak. Right. Well, all right, Ariel, you're off the cast. All right. I can't understand what you're saying. What are you saying? I mean, what's Ariel saying? Sorry.
Oh, you gagged her.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We gagged Ariel. Good job. Nobody listens. By the way, do you want to know how long this is?
God.
2 hours and 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Longest
okay,
episode we've
end,
done.
Yeah,
end. We're
usually-
ending.
Okay, everyone say bye.
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 Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for listening.
Toodles.
You done that?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, no, you have to say it again now because I left that pause in.
Oh, great. Toodles.
Jonathan,
What?
say bye.
Bye. I'm
Bye.
tired. Okay.
Hey, right, we all have to do it again now.
Oh,
What?
Owen,
bye.
Jonathan,
Bye.
goodbye, everyone.